Whole sports all plays. Yeah. Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays. 365, we making up plays. You talking the game, get you to the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. Sport all plays, they working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. Whole sports all plays.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is March 1st. Welcome to ASAP in the morning. It is your boy Pride, joined by Jay McLovin and Rob. Jay, how you feeling today?
Doing well. Lots of good stuff out there in the sports realm to talk about. It's good to have Rob on here today, so he's not trolling you in the chat group, tightening you up a little bit. So it's going to be a good show. Face-to-face interactions. It's going to be awesome.
Rob, how you feeling this morning?
Just call me Joel Embiid, the ultimate troll. But no, before we get started, man, we got to look in the camera. Hey, Grandma, happy birthday. Today is my grandmother's birthday, the matriarch of our family. 96 years old, man.
Bless her heart.
Can't imagine the history that she has seen. I mean, literally a walking encyclopedia of knowledge. Happy birthday, Grandma. I love you, Grandma. Bless you.
God bless her soul. 110%. God bless her soul. Fredward, good morning.
Morning, boss man.
Before we get into
Hold on, Brian. How you feeling?
Don't worry, we're not here to talk about me. You feel me? Because here's what I noticed something, Jay. You see, every single time, it's like, yo, Pride, how you feeling? Pride, what you thinking? All of a sudden, I'm just coming out from left field and I'm being mean. I'm being rude. It's always something with Pride. This is what Rob does, right? Rob 110% be trying to set me up. I don't care what no one says.
No, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
Saying what it do to Grandma Scott. Before we get into it, I don't know if you fine gentlemen know anything about the UFC. I don't know if you ever heard of Cain Velasquez, former heavyweight champion. Cardio Cain is what they called him. Yeah, homie just got booked on attempted murder. Yeah, we don't know exactly fully what's going on. Yesterday he was arrested in San Jose, California. It was somebody was shot near a high school.
Yeah.
As of now, he's the only dude who's been arrested and booked. It happened around 3 p.m. their time, so I think they're in the Pacific time zone. So 3 p.m. Pacific time. Velasquez was the only one who was arrested. They, no one really knows exactly what happened. He's gonna be held today. And come, I think Wednesday, around noon their time is when he's expected to be in court. So yeah.
Now this is the guy that was on wrestling, right?
Yeah.
He came to fight somebody like Brock Lesnar or Bobby Lashley.
Somebody. Brock. Yep, that was him.
Yeah, but his character was Cain, right?
No. His name is Cain Velasquez. Like,
okay.
He came onto the WWE scene, as Cain Velasquez, because of the history that they had in MMA. I do remember this cat.
Yeah, it was one of those shows. I think it was like in Jeddah. One of those shows they did.
It was a bust, but
but and it was a shame too because supposedly he was considering starting a thing in pro wrestling, a career, and
he'll be wrestling. It just won't. It just he won't be in the.
Listen, he did the Brian Pillman angle with Stone Cold. He said, "Oh, I bust the cap out."
Yeah.
He did that IRL. So,
but they just saying it's an injury though, so nobody was killed.
Well, yeah, well that's why they're saying it's attempted murder.
Yeah.
So. Hopefully they're just doing that, and then it came out that he was defending himself, whatever the case may be. So that way they don't really,
Hey man,
or my man was out there just clapping fools for no reason whatsoever.
Hey, look, let's hope he wasn't on the roids.
Hey, yo, whatever. Oh, my God. Imagine if that was word rage. Woo.
Oh,
By
Lord.
the way, Damien said probably what you said about the Bulls yesterday. What did I say about the Bulls?
Oh, he
Said a
called
lot
us
about them.
trash. Whatever.
Yeah. I
Damien,
said a
Damien,
lot.
why would you even get this man started?
No.
Why?
What?
Yes. Okay, let's put it out
Please.
there to everybody. The Bulls got destroyed by the Miami Heat last night. Let's just put it out
What?
there in the air.
What was this? When? Explain, Robert. What was the final score by any chance?
I don't even want to talk about it.
Well, let's talk about it because now I'm gonna put you on the spot now because 112 to 99.
Why would you get Pride started, man?
Chicago is they're going through some tough times
It's
right
only
now.
a 2-game losing streak.
Yeah, it's only a
could be
2-game
worse.
losing streak, which just so happens to be 2 games that put you behind the first.
Two playoff teams. 2 playoff teams. So that has to be a blow to the confidence of the team that you can't beat these top tier teams. However, you do have to realize though, you can say what you want about Lonzo Ball and Caruso. That is a main part of our defense. The defense they provide on the wings. So now you asking DeMar DeRozan to play defense on these defenders. I mean, on these great offensive players, and still give you 30 to 40 points. Once we get our guys back, we'll be all right.
I'm gonna take a minute, and I'm not gonna be trolling. I'm gonna be serious this time. I'll be serious. I'm not gonna be trolling this time. Not only is it defensively, right, but you have Lonzo who can orchestrate the offense, who can run it. So now, like the crazy part about it is, which obviously helps his MVP case, of course. But right now, you guys are playing in this weird DeMar DeRozan or bust type of style, which it could work for stretches in the game, but when you start overly relying on having one guy, it's like one guy or bust, and you don't have any dimension. Yeah, you're gonna be able to beat the Kings, the Spurs, even the Atlantas of the world. But once you start playing those top tier teams, you're gonna need some level of dimension to your game. Like you're gonna have to be able to have a guy who can orchestrate the offense, slow things down, open things up for everybody else. So, having Lonzo, obviously that would help immensely, without a shadow of a doubt. And also let's not also pretend like top to bottom, it was rough. Like the performance. I mean, obviously you had DeMar DeRozan 7 for 16 for 18 points, which your leading
ends our 30-point streak, man. Ends the 30-point streak.
Well, it was eventually going to come to an end. It was eventually going to come to an end, but Zach LaVine, he really didn't have that much of a solid game. 8 for 16, 2 for 8 from 3 for 22 points.
Yeah.
And it's like, and here's the thing. You can make an argument, and again, I don't know what it was. I'll be honest. I don't know if it's the quality. I don't know if it's just Miami, or it's just the fact that, let's be honest here, if you watched that game, and Rob, I'm pretty sure you watched it.
Yeah.
DeMar DeRozan looked tired.
He did. He looked tired, but I wouldn't even put the blame on him. Miami saw an advantage on putting Vucevic in the pick and roll. And Vucevic could not do anything. Like they took advantage of him. Like if he wasn't stepping up, it was Tyler Hero or my boy Duncan Robinson hitting the 3-pointer, or Bam Adebayo hitting the jumper, or literally guards pushing the issue. Like I saw Jimmy force the issue against Vucevic. Like God, we miss Jimmy Butler so much on Chicago.
But again, this is not me trolling. You know what I mean?
Hey, it's okay. I expected it.
No,
I was kind of waiting on it. You know what I mean? But
I think Chicago is just missing that guy that gives you that nastiness, that PJ Tucker or Mario Elliott. I mean, you need that guy that just goes in there and scraps and fights and gives you that.
Tristan Thompson is trying, but it just sometimes he's so.
Tristan Thompson, really?
I was about to say.
No, sometimes he's so sometimes I won't lie, he's already had an impact on as far as rebounding. Like the Bulls give up a lot of offensive rebounds, and we don't get many. So he's come in already, and has been a force down there on the glass. But then, like, you see incidents of like when he airballs the free throw. Just keep shooting. Like, go on. We don't expect you to hit every free throw.
Yeah,
He's shaking his head. He acting like he's been warped. Like he just went into like the black hole. Like, I'm like, dude, just sometimes he's so goofy. It's like, play serious.
But I think that's still kind of the knock. I think that's still kind of the knock on Chicago is that they're just a little soft. You know, like
I think
I didn't want to say it, but like they have a special brand of Charmin. It's called Charmin by Chicago. That's coming out. It's a new one. Have you heard about Charmin by Chicago?
I think it was next to the Cowboys never win anything. Al 5.
Hey, listen, man. We're not talking about my version of it. We're talking about your version. Let's take one topic at a time. This show has a history of rabbit holes.
Jake says it's going to be fun to watch the Eastern Conference during the playoffs. More than the West, honestly, because the Bucks, Sixers, Heat, and Bulls, anything can happen.
Yeah, and 76ers. And 76ers, man. I know y'all been seeing James Harden and Joel Embiid form the best pick and roll we've seen since Steve Nash and Amari.
I mean, but
we were talking about that last night. Yeah, absolutely.
But again, with James Harden, we need to be nervous. Like
playoff Harden is a little bit different.
That's what I'm saying. Playoff Harden, for me, that's what worries me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, listen, I said this yesterday. This is going to be his final chance. To be that star on a championship team. Because he's got this year, then next year is the player option, which there's no way he's letting that go.
Nah.
So it's going to be these 2 years. After this, no one's going to be like, oh, yeah, let's give James one more chance. No one's going to say that because at this
point, your chances are up, my friend.
He already showed us, and it's a shame. Yama said, hold on. They showed great potential, but the NBA is a long road to walk. It is.
You're right.
It is, but here's my main concern with Chicago, and it's just not even their fault. It's just every single time when they lose to like the top, like a top team. The sad part about it, you don't know if it's a real loss or not. And what I mean by that is they're always missing somebody important.
Yeah,
always.
Yeah.
So if you can't really go out and say, oh, yeah, you see, this is why they're not better. Like, it's so weird to say because if you say, oh, yeah, y'all lost, you're going to be like, oh, well, what if we had Lonzo and Caruso? Then what? And it's like, both are very integral to what you guys have. They hold down defensively and offensively. They could hop in whenever. And it's
put
weird.
People in the right places.
Yeah.
Now you just need Kobe White to just be a scorer. We don't need you to be the guard, the point guard coming off the bench. Just come score. Caruso will take care of that. Like, you're going to get more excited plays, especially once we get Patrick Williams back, who's supposed to be coming back at the end of the year. So now you can have a dynamic force like a Tristan Thompson and a Javonte Green coming off the bench together with bringing that energy and starting Williams and Vucevic, who will help cover up Vucevic's shortcomings defensively.
Oh, no, Javonte. Yeah, my
yeah,
bad.
Javonte Green.
I think you said Devontae.
No, Javonte. I'm sorry, Ja. Like Ja Moran.
But that
last night, but we'll talk about that.
That
soon.
To me, because again, if looking at the team, top to bottom, I do like Chicago. I really do.
We're pretty deep.
No, 100%. You guys are very deep. And it's interesting because you on your bench, you still have some very viable guys. Like again, Kobe White, is he starting?
No,
right?
Io's been the starting man. My guy, Io's a dog, man.
And Kobe White is getting 31 minutes.
Yeah,
31.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like that right there is almost like Lou Will type of numbers in terms of minutes. Back when he was with the Clippers, and he was the sixth man off the bench, but he's playing starter minutes. Like, you know what I mean? That's basically what they're doing with Kobe. And I don't mind it. I don't. But it's just sometimes I feel like when it comes to Chicago, with all the injuries, you're now asking other guys to have change their game. Not really step up. It's like now you need to be more well-rounded. Yeah. Like listen, like Kobe, He's not a point guard. He's not.
No.
All he is just out there, go shoot, go be a spark plug. That's it. That's really it. But then with the injuries, there are times where they have him out there. He's like, all right, here's what you got to do. Sure, we're gonna expect you to get yourself 15, but go get a 7 assists too. And it's like he's not good at that. He's just like, not.
Exactly. I just want to score 20.
Exactly. That's really what, like I don't know if he just can't pass. I don't know if he doesn't have the vision, or if he tries and then when he sees a little bit of a space, he just shoots. Because a lot of guys are like that, where like, oh yeah, I want to pass and I want to be a guard. But it's just the instinct they have that once there's like a little bit of space, he just wants to chuck it. And I think that's what's really going on with him. So I just think it's unfortunate with all the injuries Chicago's having. You're now asking other guys to play differently. Like, look, you guys were talking about it. Tristan Thompson. To Jay's point, I do need a gritty guy. You do need that one gritty guy that's just that his reputation is just being gritty. Yeah. That's really it. You're asking Tristan Thompson to do it, but like every time he tries to do it, I laugh.
Yeah, you don't really see him as a tough guy. Yeah, even when he tried to get tough with Draymond Green that one year when they were in the finals.
I liked it. I was clapping. And I remember I was watching it, and like I was like, see, I like Tristan Thompson. They were like, you still think he's tough? And I was like, I say all that now. Hold on, time out. I was doing this. I was like trying to cover my face because I didn't want to laugh. I was like, yeah, I like you being tough, but you still not that guy.
Look, I think the Bulls are gonna be just fine once we get our guys back. That's why. But even all year, I've been consistent in saying I like their chances, but they're not high. If you look at the other teams in the Eastern Conference, man, if you look at like Milwaukee's, if you look at the Miamis, the Brooklyn, especially Brooklyn now, like the Bulls will get beat up. That's pretty much like you said. That's been the stigma with Chicago. Beat them up because you got players like Vucevic. Yeah, Vucevic is a 20-10 guy getting out of bed in the morning. But if you put some pressure on, look at the plus minus between him and Bam. Like Vucevic is -21, Bam is +20. Like you let little Bam come and beat you up, and that's literally what happened yesterday. Like they beat you up, and when you didn't want no Moss, they just started hitting open jumpers, because you don't want to step up. So that's why I say they miss a Patrick Williams. I was hoping they would have got like a Robin Lopez or somebody in the free agency market because that would have been pretty nice. Nothing against Tristan Thompson, but like you said, you need somebody tough.
Yeah,
not too many people gonna step up to Robin. You know what I mean? So
I
don't know. We'll see though. Like I still like the Bulls' chances. Anything is possible, especially once you get people back in their right places. DeMar DeRozan can turn back the clock again and start going crazy. And I think that they need to stop relying so much on DeRozan. Like Zach LaVine, you're a star. Go do, not a superstar, but you're a star. Go do your thing. And I think they look too much from DeMar in the fourth quarter. And you can really alternate those two guys. Because once LaVine gets hot, he's hot. So we'll see.
He 100% Zach, he could be burning. He really can. Problem is though, what I'm not liking is now I'm seeing a shift where before Zach LaVine used to be a dog.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see that in him this year at all.
He's been trying to.
I don't see it at all.
Yeah, he's been trying to get Debo his space.
And I don't get it twisted. I like it, but there are times you need to.
Do you?
Like in the beginning of the year, they will alternate. Sometimes it'll be DeMar, and then Zach will be like, "Look, bro, I respect you and all, but look how many shots I got. Come on, stop playing with me. I ain't a role player. Feel me? I ain't Kobe. Relax. I need more. You feel me? And when he would say that, DeMar will be like, "All right, bro. Good luck. Don't miss. You need me. I'm here."
Yeah.
As time started going on, and maybe it's just the injury, because it could be because Zach has missed some time. It could be the fact that he'll miss some time, and then he'll come back, and then Jamar's cooking, so he's like, let me just ride it out, and then he'll get injured again, and then when he comes back, so maybe that's what it is. But I don't know, man. I'm saying Zach LaVine be a little more tentative, and I don't know. I don't want to bash him for it. I don't, because I don't know if it, because like I said, for all we know, it could be the fact that he comes back from the injury. He's just trying to get his legs back under him. He's trying to get, he's trying to be situated back so he don't go crazy and hurt himself again.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it looks like when he's back he's looking great. He's looking back he's looking like Zach. All of a sudden, he goes from Zach LaVine to Adam Levine in the blink of an eye. And all of a sudden, it's just like,
hey, Zach gonna get it together. I'm telling you, man. And I think the
Bulls
are gonna get it.
I just feel like you guys are missing. You guys are missing like a Jay Crowder. Like if you had a player like a Jay Crowder, you guys would be formidable. But I'm saying is, I think because you don't have a player like a Crowder or a PJ Tucker or somebody like that, I think that's going to keep you guys from really advancing and making it to the finals. I don't think you make it there without the guy that has that tenacity.
We need like a Markieff Morris.
Yeah,
I like the Morris twins. I really do.
Yeah.
You don't like the Morris twins, Brian? Hey, they be going crazy.
Yeah,
don't one of them play for Miami? No.
On Twitter. They be going crazy on Twitter. Like, come on, bro.
I know one plays for the Clippers. What the other one play for?
He don't play no more because he'll get footballs on him. The game got too hard. Oh, my back. I'm bleeding.
But one of them were playing with the Heat, right?
That's the one that got messed up.
Oh, that's the one that's messed up. Okay.
That's the one that got messed up.
That's the one that pushed Jokic like he was crazy.
Yeah.
Jokic's brothers wanted all the smoke.
And all of a sudden he was on Twitter. No, bro, it's all good. Hold on, time out. I thought you was a tough guy. Hold on. I thought your motto was don't put your hands on me.
Man, they better stop playing with them European dudes, man. I be seeing all type of videos of them wrestling bears.
I tell people all the time.
Yeah, you're talking about Markieff Morris, and it looks like he's out right now. Like he's actually injured with Miami.
Yeah, he's with Miami. I'm gonna say one of them plays with Miami. And see, when Miami gets healthy too, you gotta, man, that's a squad, bro. I love Kyle Lowry over there. He is a champion, regardless of how people feels about him. He's a champion. I don't know about Victor Oladipo, but if he comes back and plays at least 65% of how he used to play and just have him come off the bench and do his thing, you get the Morris twin back. You got Jimmy, of course. You got Bam. You got Tyler Hero, who I feel is turning into a little all-star. And Miami got some. I like Tyler.
Rob, now you're just saying anything.
You don't like Tyler?
Now you're just saying anything.
You don't think Hero has the potential to be an all-star? I think he does.
Now we're just saying anything. I think
he does. I don't think he's there yet, but he has potential.
I think he's shown flashes, but it just hasn't been consistent.
Yeah, that's his problem. It's like he'll give you 25 one game and then the next game like 3 points. But in those times he scored 25, you're like, man, I see it. Like you can see it. Like he just needs somebody to help him stay focused.
I think people got on the hero bagging for a little bit there when they were in the bubble.
Yeah,
right before they played the Lakers, that series before they played the Lakers, Hero was kind of coming through the clutch.
Man, Hero was being a hero. He was getting his Enrique Iglesias. I can be your hero, baby.
Watch him as he goes. Put some Foo Fighters in the background playing Hero.
I said it before and I'll say it again. Tyler Hero, nah, bro.
You don't like Tyler?
It's not that I don't like him. It's just like y'all hyping him up like he's supposed to be something.
I know. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I like the kid.
And the only way he'll be an all-star is if all of a sudden the entire all-star team just drop dead. And they need fillers. That's the only way he'll ever make an all-star game.
Hey, are you saying we're pulling? You're saying with Hero we're pulling a Jeremy Lin? Is that what's happening here?
Yeah, you think it's the Lin sanity move?
Listen,
you're going down the Lin hole.
Listen, this kid put together a cute little stretch. Been horrible since.
He played good last night.
Now talk to me about before last night. Come on, stop playing.
Yeah,
man.
I mean, I get it.
Dude can't even, he can't even shoot 44% for the season. Come on, stop playing, man. Stop playing.
Well, he's had 2 games. He had 2 games, but 3 games. But he had 25 against the Knicks, 27 against the Spurs, and 20 against us. He's had a pretty decent season.
That's not bad.
Shot 43% from the floor. That's a good.
Yeah, I get that. He's not
horrible.
He's not an efficient player.
It's horrible.
But he shot 50% from the field.
When?
He shot 11 to 19 against the Spurs, and he shot 9 to 18 against the Knicks.
You're cherry picking certain games. I am giving
I'm
you.
just going off the last 3 games.
Season, but I'm giving you what he's doing this season. This entire season. With all those 3 phenomenal games where he was showing up, homie still can get his percentage of 44%.
Yeah, 43.4%. Yeah.
That's horrible.
But he's shooting 37% from the 3-point line. That's not bad. Almost 38%. That's not bad at all.
Right, when he's hot.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. This kid is not. I would never understand. Y'all be, and it's funny. Jay, this is funny. This is the same dude who gets butthurt when we call Devin Booker a superstar, and he says we use the term so loosely. Yet Tyler Hero's gonna be an all-star.
I said he has the potential. Where did I call the man an all-star? Potential.
What we doing here?
I'm getting ready to nickname Pride all the way left because, man, you be having a conversation and then all of a sudden, bam, Pride go all the way left and be like,
what do you mean? What do you mean? Rob said he's going to be a superstar.
I said he has the potential.
Be an all-star.
Potential.
Yeah, Rob, that is kind of a stretch on your part, man. The whole superstar thing, I don't know, Rob, that's a stretch. And I gotta give him
potential to be an all-star.
Listen, man.
He giving you 20.
Listen, man. Look, Rob, I need you to stay with me on planet Earth here. Tyler Hero, he has shown flashes, but the word superstar does get watered down when we start saying hero.
I'm not saying superstar.
No. Don't even throw the word potential in there because potential is like indirectly calling him a superstar without calling him
potential.
a
Just saying, I see the traits that he can be somebody of relevancy in the NBA.
What trait are we talking about here, Rob? Give me some traits.
He got the clutch factor. I like it. He's not afraid. He's confident. He will step up and shoot those shots. Hit or miss. He's gonna step up and shoot those shots. And when he gets hot, he gets that confidence really going, giving you the mean mug. Remember what he did in the bubble? Mm-hmm. Mean mugging in the camp. Man, Tyler Hero, I don't care what y'all say. Tyler Hero has the potential to be an all-star in this league. I'm not saying he's there yet. He's not there by any stretch of the imagination.
How does he have the potential? How? Explain.
You talking about a kid that's giving you, he's shooting almost 38% from the 3-point line for the season, giving you 20 points throughout the year. His team is number 1, and he's a main contributor to this roster. He's not just
43% from the floor, though. Shooting 43%.
He's not efficient. Okay. Oh well.
That's horrible.
Kobe wasn't efficient.
That's horrible. Oh, but when I say Kobe wasn't efficient, well, how y'all look at me?
That's like, certain races can say certain words about each other, but you can't say it. You can't talk about. I can talk about Kobe because I'm gonna be fair.
Oh, you a Chicago fan?
I'm a Kobe fan.
You're the reason I'm an alcoholic.
Well, you know what? Salute. Hey, Pride. You know what? I'm gonna get you a shirt that say "With all due disrespect." That's Underdog. Put that on a T-shirt.
I forgot where I heard. No. I remember I heard somebody say with all due. I was listening to somebody, and he was like, "Man, you're wrong." He's like, "With all due respect," and I was like,
No.
Why you show respect to this motherfucker? Like he stuff
it's
right
all
now.
due disrespect.
Yeah, I was like, we need to start throwing disrespect out there. Like, but no way. This kid is not. No, because I'm gonna tell you, like, no.
Hey, and you know what? Though? I'm glad you brought up Devin Booker because I have to come out here. What he's been doing with Chris Paul not there, I got to give Devin Booker his love. Hey, he proved me wrong. Devin Booker, shout out to you, my boy. Stepping up big. So I'm glad you brought that up, Prime.
Yeah. Jay, let me.
Hey, all I'm saying is, if I had a pretty decent take, bro, because if you look, you're talking about a team that didn't make the playoffs, bro. You bring in one player, and you go from no playoffs to finals, bro.
But again, okay, so Jay, we're revisiting this conversation because I'm not gonna let you, because Jay, what he's doing, right? What he's doing, let's pretend it was like an hour conversation, right?
I didn't do nothing.
What he's doing, he's nitpicking 30 seconds to be like, oh look, I was right. This is what this man said. This is what, and Rob, when if I misquote you, I dare you correct me. I dare you. So here's how it was. Right? Jay, I said Devin Booker was a superstar. Okay.
Yeah,
that's no question. He's a super duper star, no debate. I said Devin Booker, in every way, shape, or form, is better than Trae Young. Like, I think the gap is just astronomical.
I wouldn't say that though.
Did I ask you though? The gap is astronomical. Right, Rob? Did I say you agree? No, right? I said this is what I'm saying.
This is what happened. This
is how I feel. Okay, this right here. Okay, I'm about to be a snowflake, bro. Because I'm speaking how I feel. Okay. I hate you, Robert. You get me so triggered. Hey,
look at it like this, man. Devin Booker's sitting in the number 1 spot, and they're still doing pretty good even without Chris Paul. And Trae Young's not even in the playoffs.
And then let me just also, because Rob said, because what he was trying to do, he was trying to minimize Devin Booker, because he was saying before Chris Paul got there, Devin Booker they weren't winning. Chris Paul gets there, and all of a sudden they're good. And this is what I was telling him. The problem with saying that and trying to use that as a knock on Devin Booker, this team was missing a point guard and a leader. That's what they were missing. You bring in the best pure point guard in the league.
Yeah.
You bring him in, and he just so happens to be one of the best leaders in the NBA.
Yeah.
When you bring that one dude who literally fills in the 2 biggest holes you have, to me, it's like I'm not gonna blame Devin Booker for that. I'm not gonna blame him for that. I'm not.
Yeah.
Just like remember, because man,
and the thing about it, and the sad thing about it is it's too bad in the MVP conversations we don't give leadership qualities enough of a stake in our decision making as who's the MVP.
And you want to know what the sad part about it is, Jay? Ready to hear the sad part about it? And maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm see, Jay, I'm what you would call a silly boy. Right? I'm a very silly boy. And what I found funny, interesting, entertaining about this boy Robert.
Yeah.
Every single time, and I've been noticing this about a lot of guys.
I didn't do this.
Yes, you did, Robert. And I'm saying right now. When they want to make an argument against the guy,
yeah,
they say their team, they need to be able to carry the team. That's what they always tell me. Right? But for other people, if they hoop, if they ball out, how can they control what other teammates do? I'm starting to notice a trend here with certain individuals. Now, I'm not saying no names. I ain't snitching on nobody. I'm not going to say who said that, Robert. I'm not going to say that. You feel me? It's very immature of me to throw out a name.
Yeah. Tell him, Damien.
No, Rob.
Tell him, Damien.
Rob, this is wrong. But this is wrong. This is wrong. because you have the not the older one. You got Bogdanovich, who's on Sacramento. He's coming off the bench. He's coming off the bench, and he can give you what 20, 30?
Really?
Is he not a spark plug?
I say so when I say Tyler Hero can play, I'm
no. You want to know what the difference is? You want to know what the difference? I'm not saying Bogdan's going to be an all-star. I'm not saying he's going to be an all-star.
That's help.
Coming off the bench as a spark plug, it's something. You got John Collins, something.
Right. I could go with the John Collins thing. I like John Collins.
I'm just saying, you got.
He ain't got the help that some of these players got. They ain't got a Markel Bridges. You don't have a Chris Paul. You don't have a DeAndre Ayton.
Come
on, bro.
Hold on, come
on, bro.
Listen, Phoenix is a better team. Sure. Okay, I'll give that to you. Stop pretending Atlanta doesn't have anything, because with virtually the same roster.
They don't have nothing.
Virtually with the same roster, where were they last year?
By luck and the grace of God.
Now it's luck.
They weren't supposed to be in the Eastern Conference Finals. They wasn't supposed to be in the Eastern Conference Finals. That was Ben Simmons and Doc Rivers losing their wheels.
Jay, when you realize Trae Young ain't that dude, all of a sudden it's luck. So
that's true, Dave. That's true, man.
Damn. Up in the corner, because if it was luck, so then Trae Young isn't good enough to carry a team solo dolo.
He ain't, and neither was Devin Booker.
I don't know. Devin Booker's doing a pretty good job
through a stretch of games. When he was carrying the team by himself before Chris Paul got there, where were they? Not even in the playoffs. They were struggling to get in the play-in. You bring in Chris Paul.
When they went to the bubble.
Finals.
They were in the bubble. Homeboy was by himself, undefeated.
Yeah, they went undefeated in the bubble. And where did they go? As soon as that last game was in the bubble, did they go to the play-in? No, they went their ass home.
So, okay. So you're telling me, so I just want to hear you out.
I'm not saying that Trae Young is better than Devin Booker. But what I'm saying is when you say they're like miles apart from each other.
They're miles apart.
No, they're not.
Miles apart, not even close.
Trae Young was a starter in this All-Star game. What was Devin Booker at? Coming his ass off the bench, right?
Right. And but he deserved to come off the bench?
No.
So then
yes, he did. Yes, he did. Because Steph Curry and John Morant, he's not better than either one of those guys.
I think he's better than John Morant.
I don't think he's better than John Morant.
I think he is. That one's close. That one is actually close.
John Morant is a dog, boy. Did you see what that man did last night?
I understand that, but again, let's not also pretend like Devin Booker.
And John Morant is leading his team. He is the man on his team. Period.
Can I ask you a question?
It starts with Ja, it ends with Ja, and he got his team in third place. Devin Booker needed who? CP3.
Skip. Listen, Skip. You got a problem here now. You got a problem here because without John Morant, they're like 11-2 without him.
Okay,
so that tells you they have a good team around him.
That's a stretch of games. Do you think they would be in third place if John Morant wasn't on this team? Come on, be real.
I think you can make the argument.
Be real.
I think you can make the argument.
They'll be in like 7 or 8. They'll be above the Lakers. That's all we know.
You said 8?
Yeah, they'll be like 7 and 8 without John Morant. So you think they'll be doing better than Denver without Ja? They'll be doing better than Dallas without Ja?
I think you can make
the argument. Bro.
I think you can make the argument, bro. Without Ja, they still look like a respectable team.
They were still winning games. I think they were 11-2 when Josh was at sabbatical.
13 games. Do you think they can keep up that consistency throughout the season without Ja? Come on, let's take a poll. Hey, everybody that's on the comments, I want to hear your answers honestly.
I think you can make the argument. Do I think they're the number 3 seed? Probably not.
They like 7 or 8.
Nope.
Without Ja.
That's uneducated. I love you,
They're not doing better than Denver. They're not doing better than Dallas. They're not doing better than
an injured Denver team right now that their second and third best player are out. Stop playing. Yes, they're going to do better than him.
And they're still in 6th place.
They're going to do better than Dallas, who their 1-2 punch could never play because Kristaps was always hurt. So that's another one that you need to take into consideration. Like I'm just saying,
think they're going to get the open shots they get now without Ja?
Yes, because without Ja,
Jackson Jr. is going to be who he is now without Ja.
Yes, because without
Bain is going to be who he is now without Ja.
You can make that argument because when the way you don't play without Ja, it's a lot of ball movement. It's a lot of
ball.
ball
I
movement.
tell
and
you,
trying
you
to find
say
a wide open
I
guy.
get you bothered. I think you do this to me purposely, Pride.
No,
Pride Bayless. I
don't.
think you
I
do this
don't.
to me
No,
personally.
this one. Okay, I'll be honest. When it comes to Chicago, I do it to bother you. I'm not even gonna lie. That one right there is to get you by her. But in this instant, I don't think so, because I think if you watch how they play without Ja, it's a lot of ball. It's like they understand, without Ja, we kind of gotta get guys, off guard and whatnot. So a lot of ball movement, and it's a lot of switching guys to get guys wide open shots.
Yeah.
Now again, I'm not saying they'll be third. Don't get it twisted. John Morant definitely puts them third. Let's not pretend like they'll still be there or whatever. However, to say they're seventh or eighth, no. Because without Ja, is this team finishing under 500?
No, I think they're above 500 without Ja. I do. I think they can do above 500 without Ja Morant.
Right. So so let's think about it. The 8th seed right now is the Clippers. They're 32-31, so they're one game over 500. Without Ja at this point, do you believe they would be in that ballpark? I don't think so. I don't. Now again, I'm not saying they'll be the number 1 seed without Ja, but I think they'll probably be like 6th.
So you said without Ja, they'll still have a better record than Utah.
No, I said 6th.
So you saying that Denver would go down to 7?
Yes. I think that either that or
bro, they would look like how the Clippers are looking right now without Ja Morant.
I don't think so.
Yes, they would.
I don't think so, because the problem with the Clippers, obviously, you got your 2 best guys out, but this is a conversation we also need to have. Ty Lue's not that good of a coach. That's the conversation people need to get ready to have. And nobody's ready to have that.
Well, he's had LeBron and Kawhi.
And I'm not even gonna go that route. All I'm saying, bro, this is just how I feel. I don't think Ty Lue's that great.
Well, he is a student of Doc Rivers, right?
Supposedly, allegedly, reportedly,
so
accusedly.
Because I really had a problem, and I hate to say this because I love Doc Rivers as a man.
God. Slander. Here comes the slander.
No, but I didn't think Doc Rivers was a top 15 coach of all time. Especially not after what happened with Ben Simmons. That's wrong for any coach. Like you're experienced to know to not throw.
That's a tough one to say not top 15.
I think he is.
I don't know.
But I will say this.
But you have a problem saying Spoelstra is right?
No, I'm just saying he overrated. Spoelstra's overrated as shit, bro. Like that, and that's just a fact. He's overrated as what? He
took Miami to the finals in the bubbles. He coached
that. Fine. And I understand that. He
coached that, and they won
that 1 year in the bubble, and that's great. What happened since? What's happened before that?
Well,
let's
in first place right now.
We're a poverty franchise for the longest. Let's not.
Miami's in first place now.
Let's not pretend. And I understand that, but you know who else was in first place a few years ago? The Atlanta Hawks. Does that mean Mike Budenholzer deserves to be in there? No. Okay.
Oh, you hit below the belt.
I'm just asking for a friend. I'm just asking. Now
you hit below the belt, bro.
Now for Doc Rivers,
Mike Budenholzer,
and I'll be honest for Doc, I think you can make an argument for him. I will say
is that the Celtics in you talking?
No. It's just me being 110% honest. Because Doc Rivers, he can coach. He can coach. The only problem Doc Rivers has
3-1 leads 3 times.
And that's the thing. When adversity happens to him, he gets in his feelings. That is my knock on Doc, is when all of a sudden when things ain't going his way, other coaches will be like, all right, come on, we got to dig out of it. Like even let's be honest. Let's see. Brad Stevens has done it. Frank Vogel on the Lakers team and back when he was in Indy. Rick Carlisle has done multiple coaches when things aren't going their way, they still try to coach out of it. Doc Rivers is like, you guys figure it out.
Yeah.
And that to me is like, oof, because when you're down and out, you feel me? Like that's kind of a situation where you need to be like, we need to get it together. Like, you need to be able to be that voice. Doc Rivers, again, when things ain't going his way, to me, that's like it's a big knock on him. You can make an argument. I will say this. You really can, but I don't see him. I think the highest you can put him would be 14th. I think that would be the highest. And like it's gonna be the argument you need to provide is gonna have to be legitimate. It's gonna have to be a conversation you have with someone who does not hate Doc Rivers. And it's gonna have to be something where you need to paint him in not a positive light, but a neutral light.
So who you because look, they got Red Auerbach, Larry Brown, Chuck Daly, Red Holzman, Phil Jackson, Casey Jones, Steve Kerr, who doesn't get a lot of credit, Don Nelson, Greg Popovich, Jack Ramsey, Pat Riley, Doc Rivers, Jerry Sloan, Eric Spoelstra, and Lenny Wilkins.
Wait, hold on now. Wait a minute now. Last time I checked, Rudy Tomjanovich and the Houston Rockets got back-to-back championships, and you're going to tell me that Doc Rivers is better than Rudy Teague?
I don't. And another name that, listen, if you only need one championship to get on there, Rick Carlisle. If you only need one chip, you can throw Rick Carlisle up there because, again, Rick Carlisle's never. I don't know about y'all. He never gave up.
Now, what about the coach that used to coach the Warriors?
Mark Jackson?
No, he got like the most win. Don Nelson.
Oh, Don Nelson?
Like he got like the most wins, like professional wins out of all the head coaches, right?
Yeah.
Don Nelson.
Yeah,
especially
I mean
what he did with that Belize team.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think he won a champ. Did he ever win a championship? No, because he used to coach the Supersonics too.
Yes.
He used to coach GP.
Yep.
Man, you know what? Hey, now that we start looking at it and really listing it out, damn, man, I don't know if Doc's on the 15.
And if you don't want to put him under, that's honestly.
I just really, until we really started listing them out and laying them out and start thinking about it. I mean, I can see Rob's point of view, and yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of really good coaches out there, honestly, gone through the league.
And like I said, I think the only way if you're gonna put Doc on there, I think that, like I said, the best argument, his best case would be 14th at best.
Yeah.
And the thing is, once you start getting, and to me, once you start getting like to,
I think 15, Pride. Honestly, I think 15 is more of a legitimate spot.
And the thing is, once you start getting past like 11, 12, the rest of those guys are really, I don't want to say fringe guys, but you can make a legitimate argument for those.
Jay brought up a point though that they left Rudy off the list. That's back-to-back championships, but you put Jerry Sloan on the list. I think it becomes political. Jerry's never won a ring. Now I know he coached the Utah franchise that entire time, but
hey, you know what hurt Jerry Sloan? Honestly, what hurt Jerry Sloan a big time was Michael Jordan and the Bulls.
Oh yes, Lord. He hurt a lot of coaches.
Man, that really took a lot of thunder away from. I think had Michael Jordan and them Bulls not been Michael Jordan and the Bulls, I think Sloan's got a ring at some point.
Oh, Utah would have won one. Utah would have won one.
You can make that argument.
Charles Barkley would have won one. I mean, that team was amazing that year.
You really think Charles would have won one?
They were number one in the West, bro. Like they were running the league.
I know.
And even in the finals, Charles put up some numbers. It's just that, man, Mike is too much. And Mike had a team. He had a better team. Horace. Horace Grant. Man.
I'm in the minority here. I'm in the minority. BJ? I never thought. I never thought Chuck was going to win a ring.
Man,
even if
that
it was
year in the final, what was that? 92? Oh no, 93. 93 because they beat Portland in 92.
Yeah.
If they would have won that 93 year, that season, man, Phoenix was hands down the best team in the league.
Think so?
Are you talking about the 93 to 94 season?
No, the 92 to 93.
Oh, 92, 93? Okay.
Yeah.
That was MJ's third ring, right?
Yeah.
That was his third.
That was against Charles Barkley.
Right. Yeah.
Because I remember, I think it was a 93, 94 season. That's when Houston got their first championship.
That's when Houston
actually went down. We went down to Phoenix 3-1, and we came back and won that series.
Yeah.
That was a good series.
Every time I think of 3-1, every time, and I love Doc, but Doc had Tracy McGrady like, man, it'll be so great to get out of the first round. Tracy McGrady was like, round 2, here I come. It's so great. It's gonna be a blessed 3-1.
Send my man to the gulag.
To me, that is by far the funniest thing. Every time I hear 3-1, like nowadays when people hear 3-1, they think of Golden State, they think of OKC before. I'm like, nah, I think of Tracy McGrady, the press guy, because literally ecstatic to get out of the first round. He was like,
man, we about to get out the first round.
And that's the thing. If you went to just a casual NBA fan who only watches the highlights and stuff, and you play that, you would have thought it's the first round and the championship's right after.
Yeah,
that's how he was like, I'm gonna get out of the first round. I'm going to Disneyland.
Well, that's because T-Mac never really had that help in Orlando. It was T-Mac and the Magic.
Pretty much, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And T-Mac was too good of a player to like, especially the relationship he got with Kobe. He say this man winning rings, and I can't even get out the first round.
But honestly, and like I said, look, once you start getting past 12, like 13, 14, 15, that like you got a lot of guys who can make an argument. So if you
Jay got a good point though. I didn't think about that. How you not put Coach Rudy on there?
Yeah.
Because you can't blame him. He say Mike was gone. I'm gonna go ahead and sneak in here and get my little 2 rings.
I don't blame him now. You know, I don't blame him.
Hey, it was hard to win. That Bill Russell. Like, how you not put Bill Russell on that list? He's playing and a coach. You know how hard that is? Like, I got to go out here and play and coach from the floor. Then when I got time to breathe, I still have to coach this team.
And I got to point at him.
And we won.
Yo, there's pictures of him like mad, sweaty, and tired and whatnot, and he's like standing there, and he's still in his jersey, and he's like pointing at some guys out. I'm like, yo, give the man a blazer. Just give the man a blazer. Let's have a you know what I mean? Bring a little bit of professionalism to this game, bro. Like, what are you doing? Look, I'll be honest, man.
But I think that's why you had to put Jerry Sloan in there, just because of the Jordan years. I mean, it just made it impossible. And that's why I think you can make an honest case for Sloan, because if you were watching those games and watching those series during that time, there's no way anybody else other than Jordan could beat the Jazz.
Yeah, but see, the Jazz, he still coached the Jazz. And he left the Jordan era into the Kobe era.
Yeah, God, that was another rough era. He just had it rough, man. To go from Jordan to Kobe, that's rough.
And remember, they used to have those.
Because that was the Kobe Shaq years, and nobody was touching Kobe and Shaq during that time period. Forget about it.
And then remember, even after the Kobe and Shaq era, you got now Darren Williams, you got Carlos Boozer, when they had those boys out there, and they couldn't do anything because then by that time, it was like the Western Conference was going either through Phoenix or through San Antonio. And San Antonio definitely put up a fight. I don't think people talk about Greg Popovich enough.
Nah.
Like Coach Pop, you hate him or love him, man. Like that dude, he knows how to coach because he's taken the Spurs through different eras. I know he's had the same foundation, but to pick and pull these players that go in and out, come off the bench, or go alongside to play with Timmy and Tony and Manu. I mean, even the development of Kawhi. Kawhi wouldn't be who he was without Pop. To me, he didn't play like that in college.
No way.
Kawhi was just known as a defender.
Right, that's it. That's really it. And even then, like people were like, a lot of people thought coming out of San Diego, like, oh yeah, his defense is overrated. Yeah. Like a lot of people thought that, and Pop was like, oh, you think it's overrated? All right, yeah, I'll take it. I don't care, whatever.
I'll take him, and I'll make him a 20-point scorer a night.
And here we are. But I will say this: the mere fact that you can get a guy like Manu Ginobili, and you make him come off the bench,
the Michael Jordan of Argentina. See, people forgot about
the Michael Jordan of Argentina.
Bro, people who don't watch basketball who don't understand
sports. Manu was amazing.
Do not remember what Manu was.
I'm mad he wasn't on the top 75.
Like, I don't know.
I don't get that because, man, when you had Manu and you had Parker and Duncan, that was a formidable three.
It was perfect.
But again, and I've said this a lot. With any other coach, that's not a dynasty.
No.
Like with another coach, they might win some rings, sure.
That's not
Pop was amazing too,
it's
man.
Not a dynasty.
Not a dynasty. I have to agree with you on that one.
It's not a dynasty.
I love the fact that we're all agreeing, and I'm sorry I had to do this, Pride, but I had to take a deeper look at Phoenix. They're like on a 2-game losing streak.
He's still hooping, right?
I mean, Devin Booker's still hooping.
Hold on. Wins and losses don't matter according to you.
But
or do they matter now? I'm asking for a friend.
But
I want to meet this friend because that friend's pretty awesome.
I'm asking for him. That's all. I'm asking for him.
Look, I've always wanted to say this as I heard you say it. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
I hate you. and I'm just looking at, I don't know. So this is a top 15 all time, right? Like the top 15 head coaches all time.
Head coaches, yeah.
Yeah, Eric Spoelstra making it as a joke. Yeah, that's
you don't like Eric? He got 2 rings,
but all time.
Time. To put him over Rudy Tomjanovich, that's kind of
I'm saying all time.
Yeah,
all time. He's a top 15 all time.
Let's do it like this. Let's do something fun. Who you think is the best coach of all time?
The best? Ooh. For me, it's only 2 acceptable answers. Phil or Greg Popovich. I think for me, those are the.
What about Red?
I'm about to say, and again, probably with all no disrespect, man. Listen.
It's either Phil
you gotta put Red in there. You cannot leave him off that list.
No. I'm not. Listen, in terms of the top 15, I'm not saying to take Red Auerbach off it. Don't get it twisted. That's not what I'm saying.
Because let's be honest, before Phil Jackson, Red Auerbach was the winningest coach ever.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. It's either between Phil or Red.
Yeah. I think that's all. And if I put Popovich at number 3.
Pop is strong number 3.
Yeah.
Really?
Like
I put watch this. Let me break it down for you. Watch this. Phil Jackson is Jordan. Auerbach is LeBron, and freaking Kobe Bryant is Popovich. If that makes sense.
Popovich got to be out of the top 5 then. So that's where you lost me.
Oh shit! You know what? I got it. Okay, we'll go Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Kareem for number 3.
Wait. You say Kobe's not top 5 all time?
I think he's like 6th or 7th.
Who's
okay. It depends on this one.
I'm not only acceptable answers I would hear.
I'm not going down this rabbit hole.
Kareem.
We've been down this rabbit hole like 5 times.
We've been down this hole too long.
And listen, we've been down this road. We've been down this hole so many times that we have literally set up a kitchen and a microwave and an oven and a big screen TV. I mean, we are living in this freaking hole.
Hey, okay, so let's get back to the topic at hand then. So I say Phil Jackson.
You say you got Phil?
Just because of the egos he had to coach, bro. Like you had
people don't remember that.
You had to coach Mike and Scotty,
and
then you had to coach Shaq and Kobe.
Stop playing.
And then
but don't forget about Dennis Rodman. Don't forget about Dennis.
I was about to bring that up because not only did he have Dennis Rodman, he had Metta World Peace.
Oh my!
That's true. God. That's true. He did.
And this is
Lamar Odom.
And this is just
I
mean, Phil was probably Phil was just like Lamar. You know what you can't do. All right, coach. All right, like I don't mean to be that dude, but
I heard Ron Artest used to get like slapped before games.
What?
Yeah.
Yo, rumor had it Phil would watch it and shake his head and be like, "You still playing?" Listen, I will say this. I think if Phil Jackson, when he went and became the executive for the Knicks, if he was the head coach and just brought them to the playoffs just once, I think that would make people will be looking at him in a completely different light. And I'm talking about in a positive light. I think if he were to do
that, that is kind of knock on Phil is that Phil doesn't go to teams that don't have that number 1 and 2 guy. He needs something to work with, and I just that would never work. And that's why LA and Chicago worked out for Phil so well.
Say that because his first coaching gig was what with the Bulls, like a head coaching gig, besides coaching overseas or the G League at that time. But he came in as a young guy coaching the Bulls.
Hey,
We're not gonna fire somebody that
Jay's point, based off what he picked though. But to be honest, Rob, remember, like you said, that was his first gig. He couldn't pick. Like he was just a young guy trying to establish himself.
That was
and
it.
Say, hey, I can coach. After that second three-peat, he could have went wherever. Like literally,
you know that the Lakers paid that man money.
Right? No, of course.
When they brought in Shaq, and they was like, okay, we need somebody to coach this big dude. Go get Phil. He's not. Look, they already said after the last dance he ain't coaching in Chicago no more. Go get him. We got whatever he asking for.
I mean, yeah, but you also gotta take into consideration too. Like when they got him, yeah, it was for coaching, but his main job was to handle the egos, which I think
of course, he was a damn good psychologist.
Yeah, I think that's a very underrated part in being a head coach, where like you have two guys who always think in their mind, I'm better than this dude. No, I'm better. They want their touches. They all want to, and like. Again, for Phil to be able to manage all that
and win,
have success, and make dudes sing Kumbaya who hated each other, and you can make dudes sing get around a campfire and go Kumbaya.
Oh yeah, I mean one of his greatest feats is getting Michael and Scotty to sign off on bringing in Rodman.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now we know Mike was like at the point. Mike understood business is business.
Yeah, he went up to Phil. Was like, "Yo, Phil, can you control him?" Because Mike didn't want to get his hands dirty with that.
Yeah.
He's like, that dude is weird. He's like, "Can you control him?" He said, "Yeah." He was like, "All right, bet, do your thing." Scotty was just like, "Look, man."
See, we should have knew then Scotty was emotional.
Because
he could not let it go.
No.
We should have knew then that man was emotional because he couldn't let it go. He like. From the bad boys, Dennis Rodman? You talking about the guys that beat us up?
Yeah.
No, but you know what I think? I think that was a front. I just think Scotty knew that him coming here is going to be a handful. And I think Scotty knew I'm going to have to babysit him because Mike isn't going to do it. No. Phil can't watch him every single second of the day. You know what I mean? So
but Mike did go to Vegas and drag Rodman out of the hotel room.
Yeah, I mean Mike was like that uncle
third guy
that your mama had to call.
Yeah, he was
like when you acting up.
Right.
When you acting up and your mama like, you know what? You know, your dad's not in your life. I'm gonna go get your uncle.
Right. It was a third guy. Like it would go like Phil would have to take care of it. And if Phil couldn't go do it, then it would have to be Scotty.
Yeah,
90% of the time it was handled then.
Right.
Then there was a few times where my guy was just, and the times that they had to go to Mike, Rodman was like all strung out. My guy, I think it was a few times he married Madonna to get a divorce or just remarry her. My dude was out here like painting his fingernails and then like licking them before they got dried. Like Rodman was a nut kid. He could rebound though, so bless his heart.
Yes, Lord. Hey, look at the story Carmen Electra told, where she was like I'm sitting there in the bed, and Michael Jordan, like, I'm trying to hide from this man. He don't care who's in the room. Dennis, come on, get your ass on this plane.
Dennis, I'm gonna say this, bro.
Hey, and for that to be like, that's why, you know what I'm saying, not to slide this in there, Pride, but that's why I look at Mike as being so revered, because even a guy like Dennis Rodman feared that man. He was like, I don't want to let him down. Like, Michael Jordan that's him. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy that Dennis can be the wild child, but when it came to Mike, he was like a little kid. It's like, okay, I fucked up. You right. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
he had a lot of respect. Michael commanded the respect.
But hold on.
We're not going down that rabbit hole, Pride. I was just making a point.
Hold on. Tell the full story. It's not like it was Mike holding his hand. He would respect Phil because there were times that he would listen to Phil. He would also respect Scotty because there were times he would listen to Scotty.
But he never went against Mike. Like, that's why Mike was the third person that you call. because if it gets past Phil and Scotty, yeah, he might tell Phil, "Hey, I'm on the way back," and not show up. Mike said, "I'm gonna go there and go get his ass."
But if it was so respected, why wouldn't MJ be first then?
No, because you don't want to bother your star player with all of that drama.
I get it.
Don't want to. Hey, let Mike worry about the game. We don't want him to have to worry about Dennis Rodman.
Got it. So you don't want to bother him with being a leader. Got it. Okay. I'm learning. I'm learning from you.
Oh my God! Hey, I love how you like to twist those words.
He does, man. He will twist it left. Hey, that's what I said. Hey, Pride's nickname is all the way left.
All the way left.
All the way. There's no stop.
That was so good how you did that. That was nice. That was nice. You know, maybe somebody should tell LeBron to be a leader and stop arguing with fans.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did he really argue with him? Oh yeah. He said, I forgot what
he said. You don't know nothing about
that. Let's be honest. Hey, Rob, let's be honest. Mike was a leader. Mike was such a leader that when it got to Mike and Mike would squash it, it was squashed. It was done. There was no other ifs, ands, buts, or whatever. It was done. But with LeBron, is that really done?
Oh, hold on, y'all. We're going down the rabbit hole. Let's not do
it.
Here
we go.
Let's not do it. If it was just so done, why was it that the reason that it was basically the same reasons they would have to keep yelling at Dennis Rodman?
We're going down the rabbit hole.
MJ, hold on. If it went into MJ, that means it would be squashed, right? But
it was squashed. Everybody knows if he got to MJ, it was squashed.
Exact thing, then it's not squashed. Huh.
Sometimes you saw that movie, right? Sometimes you gotta let the peacock fly.
The
wings.
So the logic you're about to use, Rob, is Rodman's a grown man. He go make his own decisions, correct?
Yeah. Then you gotta get Mike to put him back in his place.
Only for him to leave it again.
It don't matter.
It do matter though, because
if he was gonna leave again, hold on. He's a wild child.
Robert, hold on, Rob.
This is the same guy who married himself.
Right. Okay.
Hey, that's true though, man. That's true, man. Dang.
Hey, don't you love going back down memory lane? Hey, Dennis Rodman
had a wedding.
Hey, and that's the whole thing, though, right? Dennis was always going to be Dennis. Nobody could ever take Dennis's personality out of Dennis. But what you did with Dennis is you just managed Dennis. You kept him in line, and you got
this dude was supposed to be at a game, and he's on Monday Night Nitro, coming out the limousine with Hulk Hogan in the NWO.
Dog. That by far.
That was crazy.
Nitro. That was, to me, it was hilarious because when I remember they because I saw the clip. They zoomed in on Rodman's face and Rodman was just like,
he was like
that is static, and I could just imagine after the game it got taped over and just MJ's like, and I could just imagine it because this is where that famous line from the documentary was born. I swear to God, he was watching. He goes, I took that personal. He was right there.
Hey, he probably called Ted. Hey, Ted, tell Dennis to bring his ass home.
He called Scotty. Scotty, come look at this.
Look at this.
I'm looking at this.
All you hear is Jimi Hendrix Voodoo Child playing over them.
Look, agree to disagree. Let's just.
Hey, I love me some Voodoo Child though. Leave that one alone. Hey.
Let's just agree on that. Dennis Rodman was a weirdo. Can we just agree on
that?
Absolutely. We can agree on that. Oh, yes, sir.
Absolutely.
We'll agree on that.
He redefined the word weirdo.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure. So we agree on that. Okay. I just want to make sure that we all here agree. That's it.
Hey, look at his nickname. The Worm.
The Worm.
See, once you probably call yourself that, you're a weirdo to me.
Yeah.
Because the worms are boring. It's like, what the hell? And it's just funny. His nickname was the exact opposite of him. The worm that's boring as hell. Why do you want to be a worm? But his lifestyle, it was not a worm. But I'm just glad we can agree. Dennis Rodman's a weirdo, and LeBron James is the GOAT. I'm just glad we're able to agree on that.
You know what? I'm going to let you have that right now. I don't want to go down the rabbit hole.
because while we were talking, I've been neglecting the comments. But
man, that's a whole other rabbit hole.
Somebody said, do y'all think anyone's going to trade for Russell Westbrook?
Not if they're smart.
No.
You really don't think so?
They're not going to spend that much money.
The only team right now that I can see trading for Russell Westbrook, man, it got to be like oh my God. You probably got to say like an Orlando Magic. Somebody that need some type of superstardom to bring in fans.
Wait, hold on. Hey, Robin Pride.
Maybe he might make his return back to OKC.
Wait, hold on.
Watch this.
Jay, real quick. So you're telling me you won't go get a Brooklyn superstar, yet you still
want to when I say that about Russell Westbrook, I mean like you need like some type of headline. Like you need something to make people buy tickets. And maybe you might still go watch Russell Westbrook play.
Yeah, headlining, right? Make you want to decapitate your head and stand in line.
Russell Westbrook, he used to be one, but he's no longer a superstar.
Hey, okay, so with Russell Westbrook on the last year of his contract, and once that contract is done, how much money do you think Westbrook commands after that per year?
Next year's a player option, right? Somebody fact check me on it.
Yeah, it's a player option,
and he's gonna opt in because he gets paid. If I'm like, he gets paid a good amount. It's like 40 mil next year, something like that.
40 mil, yeah.
It's like something like that. He gets.
It's another nice chunk.
Yeah, it's a great chunk. So, listen, I'll tell you this right now. I think the only way Russ gets traded, it's gonna be the classic cut your nose to spite your face. They're gonna have to get rid of picks too. They're like Houston set a precedent that honestly is going to be the only thing other teams going to want. Go ahead, Rob.
I got you right here. So they say he signed a 5-year, $206 million contract with the Thunder.
Yep.
And then he's making $44 million a year. And then also in 2022, he has a player option. He's going to make $47 million.
So damn near 50.
Man, what Rob is saying, and I kind of agree. You think after this contract is done next year that he drops down to significantly less,
like veteran minimum?
Well, but that's the problem.
He's gonna be making Dennis Schroeder numbers.
Dennis Schroeder might get earned more, but like I'm
telling you, if Drop the Bag was a person,
not
Dennis Schroeder.
Honestly, I don't.
You went from potentially making $85 million to $5 million, bro.
That's true.
Yeah, but remember, hold on, a couple things I want to touch on that first and foremost. And by the way, this is somebody who was making the jokes because I don't know if y'all ever watch Celtics games. It's the funniest thing ever because at the end of the game they always be throwing jabs. If we win, they throw jabs at somebody. And then when we played the Lakers and we won, it was something like and y'all paying y'all point guard like 40-something mil a year. Like that was like the headline they had on the bottom for Run. That was like the funniest thing ever. But here's the thing.
Bad for Dennis, man.
I don't.
You're supposed to bet on yourself, but then you're also supposed to know when you won.
You got out of that headache.
I don't care. I would have a Lakers headache for $85 million.
Yeah, I would too.
I don't care.
I'll be honest with you. I don't think we'll know how bad he dropped it until next year.
He's not making any more money.
I mean,
he's already been traded to different teams this year, right?
Maybe has he?
Yeah, Dennis Schroeder has been moved around.
Dennis Schroeder's with the Rockets right now.
They moved him to the Rockets. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, once you start getting moved like that, you're not important.
Bro, once they put you on a rebuild team or trade you to a rebuild team, you might as well just hang up the cleats.
He was part of a deal.
He beat. Oh, now he beat. No, he beat. Oh, now
he dropped the bag, bro.
Now he
dropped that bag.
Bad.
You want to talk about and it drops? That was
he bad. He bad. Now he bad. Yo, he German?
Yeah, Schroeder.
Now I'm just looking at him and it's just like,
I mean, he's probably one of those African kids that moved.
No. I'm not talking about that. The German. I'm just talking about like
kind of how Giannis is like Greek, but he's African.
No. I'm not talking about that. I'm looking at him and I'm just like I'm looking at him now and him in a Rockets jersey. No disrespect, Jay, but when you go to Houston, your career's dead.
No,
man, Houston got some nice young kids over there, man.
You can't say that. That's BS, and I won't even listen to that.
A veteran going to Houston right now, your career.
Yeah, okay, okay. There you go. You rephrased it, so that makes sense.
Yeah, they sent them to the gulag.
No. Houston's horrible. They're cancerous. I hope, and Ray, every one of your draft picks abandon you.
God damn. Brian,
that's okay. That's okay. Hey, listen, Pride is just speaking out of hurt right now. Pride's speaking out of hurt because his Celtics are horrible. They're not going to go to the playoffs. They're riding away freaking Tatum's contractual years into purgatory.
We're 500. We're the 6th seed.
No, you're doing good. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is you're not going to the finals.
We're not winning.
You're not going to the finals.
We're not winning the finals. No.
Exactly.
And Rob, have I ever said that? Have I ever?
No, I didn't say you did. I didn't say you did. But think about it. That the Celtics are sitting there wasting away Tatum and Brown. I mean, look, let's be honest. You have no plan to get back to the finals. You're just sitting there in purgatory.
Man.
No, they don't.
And you're basically you're almost like heading to your own rebuild.
We're not entertaining this conversation anymore. We're gonna get back to
it. Maybe you guys can get Dennis Schroeder back.
No.
Oh damn, Rob! I didn't even say
that. Detroit for some first round picks and Cade Cunningham.
Would you really want to give up Cade Cunningham for
Russell Westbrook? No. If I'm Detroit, no.
I'm not doing that.
Not if I'm Detroit. And here's the thing.
That's like committing suicide. That's like committing suicide.
Here's the thing we also need to take into consideration. Whoever receives Russ, I don't think they're gonna give up. They're gonna give up picks. If anything, they're gonna want them. Yeah. They're gonna want the picks.
Yeah.
Like Houston set a precedent, which honestly is smart. You want us to take that contract off your hands? You're gonna need to give me more than that.
Maybe New Orleans.
Right.
They have him play with CJ.
For what though? For what? Because I'll be honest with you, if you're giving up Russ, CJ would have to be on the move.
Yeah.
He would have to be.
CJ would probably be pissed. I go from Dame to Russ.
I'm retiring.
Now. Just pay me my money.
I'm retiring. Hold on. Lakers trade Westbrook for a first and a second for Zion. Now, this one right here.
Now, things are a little interesting.
See, and again, I'm not saying this is the perfect trade,
but I would consider it. If I'm New Orleans, I would consider it. You might have to just find a way to get rid of Zion.
Right. It's very interesting because think about it. You trade, Russ leaves, whatever. We don't care. You can leave. Still got two picks that could end up being favorable, especially depending on the years too, because where the Lakers are now, you're probably gonna have something good. You know what I mean?
But that would be the most prone to injury team I've ever seen in my life. The Los Angeles Lakers. With AD and Zion on the same team together.
No.
Neither one of those dudes are making it to 82.
I don't think Zion is that hurt.
I think he is. I think he is. You got to understand, man. And this is talking to a guy that's a bigger guy. Okay.
How much you weigh, Rob?
Man, I don't want to disclose that. But what
it's more than 2 cents. It's more than 2 cents.
Hold on. Listen, Rob.
It's more than 2 cents.
I'm gonna throw my weight out there and let me know if it's up over or under.
Okay? No, I'm gonna just let you throw your weight out there.
All right, look, I'm 250.
You say who?
I'm 250.
Oh yeah, you're a little guy. But
okay, got it. I got it. All right, go ahead, Zion.
But I'm good with mine though. You know what I'm saying? But look,
listen, Rob, you married, right?
Yeah. It's a whole lot of married weight.
You won.
Pride, how tall are you, Pride? What's your height?
Me?
Yeah.
5'10", I think.
Like 5'10".
Okay.
But yeah, but I play ball. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, it's just for fun, but dude, let me tell you, when you moving with that weight, bro.
Oh, that's great cardio workout.
And you out there and you bounce, and I don't have nowhere near as much bounce as Zion. So I can just imagine when you're torquing and you're maneuvering through lanes and things like that, bro. It man, trust me, the knees hurt after a good hooping session. So I can only imagine how he feels after a real NBA game. Like,
oh, absolutely,
man, bro. And with the way that the force that he jumps with, like, like Zion, I don't think will ever be the same. Like we won't see that
Zion. His conditioning is out the window. He's so far out of game shape, it's ridiculous.
I think a lot of people are gonna have to just watch the YouTube highlights of how he used to wow and stuff like that, because I don't think he's ever gonna get back to that.
I mean, in terms of going back to how he was before, I don't think so. I think he'll be fine. And by the way, for all the whole thing about hold on, give me one moment.
Mm-hmm. Oh, bless you. Salud.
Gracias, pai, gracias. But there's the thing: when it comes to Zion, I'm not gonna say, oh yeah, he's never gonna be in game shape, because, well, how long was Clay out for?
Man, but he got to put that crawfish down. See, Clay came back.
But here's the problem. But here's the problem with that. When you're messed up so much like that, to the point that like they're stopping your rehab, like he's gonna naturally gain weight. If you can't work it out, you know what I mean, and you're still eating, like, you know what I mean, like it's gonna be awkward for him to change his entire diet. Because think about it. Even though he's not as tall as a typical 4.
He's like 6'4", 6'5", right?
Yeah, he's the height of a guard.
Yeah.
But it's that muscle, it's his build, it's his size, pause, that helps him basically be bullying these older dudes. My guy here bullying Giannis, bro.
But I think he's gonna turn into, I'm not gonna say all the way Zebo, because Zebo couldn't jump over a phone book, but he's gonna start to look like Zebo. Like when he gonna
look like Zebo compared to how he came into the league.
Right.
Like, you get this Zion and you compare him to how when he first came in, or even him at Duke, he's gonna look like that.
Yeah, but Zebo was a dog. Like Zach Randolph was a dog. I don't care what that was 20 first name 20, last name 10.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I think in terms of Zion, I don't think it's gonna be like, maybe it's just me, but I don't think it's anything bad. I don't think it's anything too crazy that's going to end up, you know what I mean, like ruin everything. I think what's going to end up happening is he's going to go elsewhere. And when he goes elsewhere, because you said it would be, Rob, you said it would be like the most injury-prone big 3. But think about it, to Lennon's point. LeBron, AD, and Zion being the third option, less on his body, I think it would work.
But look at what they saying. What's the key word in that? If.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
There's been a lot of ifs lately with the LA Lakers.
Like I said, if was a fifth, everybody would be drunk.
That's true now. That's true.
If was a fifth, everybody would be drunk.
That's no, and again, I'm with you. I understand that. However, I'm still giving Zion the benefit of the doubt.
Now, what I will do is,
and the only reason I'm gonna say that is just because of his age.
Yeah, he's still a young kid. He's
still young. So again, if all this was happening and he was like 29, 30,
yeah,
I'm bugging. I'm gonna be like, yeah, bro, Zion, you might just want to consider hanging him up. He's young, so I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt.
Oh, boy,
you know what's interesting to me is that Zion is young, and there's no doubt about that. Right. But Zion's injuries, I mean, that ages you to a certain point, even more than what your technical age is.
Remember Brandon Roy? Brandon Roy was a dog, man, with the knees.
Oh man, that was brutal.
And let's be honest, the weight doesn't help him.
What if Damian Lillard came in playing with Brandon Roy and LaMarcus Aldridge? Oh my God!
Oh damn!
Oh my God!
But if you think about though, with the injuries that he's had at his young age and the weight that he's carrying, the weight doesn't help out the injuries at all.
It doesn't. If you're already having ankle soreness and then you're putting 300 pounds on an ankle, 300 plus pounds.
Yeah.
Oh no, excuse me. I have to take a work call. Give me 1 second.
But I mean, again, maybe it's just me, but I genuinely, wholeheartedly believe that. I think if you put Zion, and it's a shame that we're talking to him like this, about him like this, because remember, we had very high expectations for him. We really did. But I just think at this point, he's not going to be that superstar we all wanted him to. I think he's going to need to be in a better situation. I also think this is probably the time where he needs to consider, and no one has mentioned this at all, which the mere fact it's taken us this long to say something is wild. We're talking about Ben Simmons in the jump shot. Zion's going to need one.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to need one because with all these injuries and whatnot, the best way that he'll be able to save himself is by, instead of going up and dunking every time, space the floor a little bit. You know what I mean? Right. Take a couple threes, relax. You know what I mean? And again, even if it's just, the mere threat of you shooting a three, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
That will help be less taxing on your body. You know what I mean? Now, again, he's young enough where he can fix these things. I just think it's real sad and it's a real shame that we're talking about him like this. I think it's a shame, Jay.
I think Zion, you know what I think Zion really needs, honestly? Zion needs that NBA guy, the NBA veteran guy, somebody, and I don't mean like, it doesn't have to even be an active NBA person. It could be somebody from, NBA past, just to pull them aside, like an Akeem Olajuwon. Have Akeem Olajuwon, because Akeem has done that for a lot of players. He's taken players under his wing, showed them some things, and then turned them out, and they went on to flourish. Zion needs somebody that's older than him that has NBA credentials or good NBA credentials to really get him on the right path. Because let's be honest, Zion doesn't exactly have the best work ethic. He doesn't exactly have the best diet. He doesn't have there's a lot of intangibles that basically Zion's maturity level of being able to succeed in the NBA, what it takes to be in the NBA, is a very large quantum leap. And the current trajectory that he's continuing to go down, if nobody intervenes, I don't see that ever getting better. I don't see him all of a sudden developing a work ethic unless he has somebody to mentor him and show him how to get a work ethic. Like almost like Kobe had like Michael Jordan. I know Michael Jordan kind of took Kobe under his wing, so.
But even if you don't take him under his wing, you do need a guy to sit down and say, all right, look, Zion, here, listen.
Yeah.
This is where you're messing up. This is what we got to do. Quick fixes here and there. That's basically what they'll need. What he needs, and
it's almost like maybe LA might be good for him because number one, it would be a change of scenery. And number two, if you put him up underneath somebody like a LeBron that can show him what a work ethic is, it's almost like, LeBron, especially given that LeBron's advanced age at 38, whatever, 37, 38, he could definitely, especially with his NBA credentials and what he's done in the NBA, he could literally take Zion under his wing and motivate him. And that could be one hell of a combination right there in LA.
It's a shame. It really is. But I just think Zion needs to go elsewhere, period. I don't even think it matters. You know what I mean? Question. Did Bobby Wagner get released or something?
I did not see that.
What the heck?
All right, is that what you're seeing?
I just No, they're actually
I didn't hear about him getting released.
No,
I didn't see anything coming out of Seattle saying that he got released.
No, but they're actually considering it.
Oh, I wonder. Do you think that they're planning on making some or revamping that defense? Then, if that's the case, and he's still pretty young. I don't think Bobby Wagner's all that old, is he?
I want to say he's like 31. I think he's 31.
Yeah, that might be getting close to the edge of his prime year or the end of his prime years.
Wow. Yeah, they're actually considering it. They want him to restructure his deal.
Probably give them more cap space to bring in free agents.
Right. Which again, if I'm mistaken, I think he's. Let me see. I'm trying to find where it is because so he would it'd be a $20 million cap hit.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, that's going to be a nice chunk of money for them, and especially since they're playing Adams all that money too.
I wouldn't cut him. I would trade him. If I'm Seattle, I'd blow it up.
Yeah, you would just go back to square one and just revamp or restart over from scratch.
What choice do you really have? What choice do you really have? Let's build.
Yeah, I know that's true though.
You know,
so damn, if that's the case, then what is Pete Carroll? If they were to blow it up, what would be Pete Carroll's chances of staying on?
None. No.
Exactly. So that
I think they'll have a conversation with him.
Right.
And they'll say, hey, look, we're considering blowing it up. We'll give you your your roses. We appreciate it. But let's be honest, we're going to be losing. You're not going to want to do that because you're come to find out he's older than Bill Belichick. It's crazy. I didn't know that.
Pete's got some age on him.
Yeah. Oh, he's very old. He's in his 60s. So,
yeah.
They're going to be like, you're going to want to go elsewhere or whatever, He leaves, maybe he takes a year off, maybe he goes to a team. He used to coach college football.
Yeah, he did a good job over there at USC.
Right, so he might go back down there. You know what I mean? Rekindle the rivalry between him and Jim Harbaugh. So, but
is he going? But at 60 years old or in their mid 60s or whatever, is he going to want to go back on that recruiting trail?
I don't think he'll mind because even though he's old, he's very energetic.
No, that's true.
Energetic, you know what I mean? Like it's not.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he don't have no weight on him. I mean, he's got pretty good shape.
Right, and I've seen him run back and forth on the sidelines and like jump around and all that. So I think he'll be fine. I just think for him, it's like I don't want to lose. That's really it.
Especially like you said, given his age and given his experience, he may not want to go down that rabbit hole.
Right.
Right. And there's some good spots out there. It was too bad they didn't let him get into the coaching search earlier because I mean he could have. There's a lot of openings out there that he could have interviewed for and probably latched on with a really good team like a Denver or maybe I don't even know if you want to go to New Orleans because they're kind of in the same boat. But definitely, I think Denver would have been a good spot for him to go to. Or even Miami.
Ooh, no. Miami hired up. What's that kid's name?
No, but I'm saying, but if he could have got in there, he could have challenged McDaniels for it.
And you're talking about before.
Yeah.
Oh my, that would have been. There have been plenty of places he could have went to.
Oh, absolutely. I just gotta be honest with you, Pride. This year's coaching hires, I'm not really all excited about them, to be honest with you. There's nobody that really just made that right move that I could say, like, yeah, that's going to be something.
Nah, I mean, some of them you can make the argument. Some of them was like, oh my god, interesting, like,
yeah.
But for me, like Brian DeBall to the Giants. I mean, yeah, sure, but now it makes no sense because now they're thinking about letting go of not picking up Daniel Jones, which I think is stupid because. What other option is there out there?
Exactly.
You don't have a plethora. Right. You don't have another viable option. So you might as well just ride out. And again, it's his 5th-year deal. It's not expensive. So you might as well just roll with him. You know what I mean?
Right.
Out. And then it was Nathaniel Hackett went to Denver.
Yeah.
Which to me only makes sense if you're in the Aaron Rodgers sweepstakes. But
exactly.
Even then, you know what I mean? Only because if you go there, Aaron Rodgers goes, okay, well, when I was with Nathaniel, he let me do whatever I wanted. So if I go there, you know what I mean? You got that pitch. I think didn't Doug Peterson
he went to Jax. Yeah.
They wanted Byron Leftwich. Then Byron was like, okay, cool. So since I'm here, here's my first move, me or him. And they were like, oh yeah, we're not giving you that much power, which is dumb because when he went there, they told him we'll give you all the power. So to each their own.
Right. And they should have given him the power because let's be honest, the power that they've had before him really quite honestly sucked.
Right. Exactly. So and then, like I said, Miami, I think they're a kid from the Niners.
Yeah. Probably. Let me ask you this. So we just talked about Denver getting Hackett. And you had, like you said, you had to believe because Hackett was a lateral move, maybe even less than lateral from Fangio, because Fangio got you a damn Super Bowl, and he's had head coaching experience, and Hackett doesn't. So you actually took a step down from where you were.
And you had to believe that there was conversations like, oh yeah, we'll get Aaron here, blah blah blah. And Aaron is still sitting there saying, I don't know where I want to go. And do you think Denver's saying like, damn? Because I would have thought that he would have automatically jumped on board. Let's get this train rolling.
Right. So Denver right now probably feels a little dumb. However, since he didn't say, like, since Aaron Rodgers hasn't made his final decision, they're not going to say anything yet. Like, there's probably a couple of them that are thinking it. I don't think anybody has said it. I don't think
they're not going to say it, but they're thinking it, right?
But I think they feel it because they're like, he should have been here by now. Like, but you know what? Give him time. For all we know, maybe he just wants to go spend time with his girl. You know what I mean? Him getting married for the 3,000th time. You know what I mean? Like him and J-Lo having a competition. You know, let him do his thing. Let him go to the Poconos or Cancun or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you know.
And meanwhile, Hackett's at home, probably sweat bullets on the couch. Aaron told me he'd come. Aaron told me he'd come.
Probably.
And what am I going to do now if Aaron doesn't come?
And that's the thing, like, because again, I like Nathaniel Hackett. I don't think he's bad, but he's not good. He's just the type of, like, again, Aaron Rodgers probably, if he goes there, it's just because Nathaniel Hackett will let him do whatever he wants. So it's like this weird thing where, like, again, where if Aaron Rodgers doesn't, their first meeting, they're gonna be like, "Welp, we're idiots," and then they're gonna have to go from there. They're gonna have to pick up the pieces, and they're gonna be screwed. There's no debate around it. They're gonna be screwed.
Oh yeah,
they really are, because you know what I mean. Like, you need a quarterback. Now you don't have one. Now you have now you got a guy who. Yeah, sure, he had success with Aaron Rodgers, but you know who else has success with Aaron Rodgers? Mike McCarthy, and people still slander him, talking about he's trash. You know what I mean? So it's
absolutely.
You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, where really you gonna go from here? And again, it's hilarious for Denver. It really is, because they're probably bugging, they're probably tripping. The cherry on top would be if Aaron Rodgers says, "Yeah, I'm gonna go to Denver."
He should go to Tennessee.
But it would be funny if he says, "Yeah, I'm gonna go to Denver," and then goes, "Oh yeah, by the way, before I sign this contract, I'm retiring."
Oh,
like
that sounds very Aaron Rodgers like.
Right, because as soon as he signs it, they'll talk about it, and then no one's talking about him. Aaron Rodgers will be like, "But I'm still here. You know what? Fine, I'll show you. Tom Brady isn't better. I'm retiring. Let me get the spotlight." And then everyone's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, cool, he retired." So what's like for Pittsburgh? Like, that's what, you don't get butthurt, you don't get that treatment. Like, so, but Denver's in a weird place right now. Denver's in a completely weird place.
Let's talk about one of the future GOATs. I ain't gonna go that far yet.
Matt Jones? Matt Jones?
No. I was gonna talk about Moran and what he did.
We can talk about it. Of course, we could talk about it.
I mean, back-to-back games, career highs against my Bulls, 46 points, and then against the Spurs last night. The man went for 52. Did you see?
We can't really hold the one against the Chicago Bulls, because we all know that they're imposters anyway, just taking up space.
You got Damian on this?
Hey, we said, Rob, they are who we thought they were.
Hey, Jay, we can say the same thing about the Cowboys. But
exactly. I've been saying that.
Hold on.
20, 30 years.
What about Chicago? Mr. Justin, the game is mad slow for me, Fields, and then got lit up next week.
You know what though? I still like Justin Fields, but you can kind of see the writing on the wall in that preseason game when they played the Bills and he got lit up. I mean, oh my God. It is like, dude, you got to be able to see those blind spots. I get their blind spots, but jeez.
But don't worry, Rob, because Eberflus is going to be the guy that saves the day.
Don't remind me.
He's gonna be the guy that saves the day and brings championships back to Chicago.
We winning again, man down, baby. Eberflus.
Hey, Mike Hugh said, fire Nagy. Now he's got Eberflus. He's like, damn.
And then Nagy just come up with now he's like what the quarterback coach for Pat Mahomes over there.
Yeah.
Ain't that a come up?
Hey,
right?
what they say in Chicago, the devil you know is better than the devil you don't.
Oh my God. And all Nagy gotta do is say yes. That's
Yeah.
it. Yes. Pat Mahomes, I want to do this. Yes.
Yes.
Hey.
But you know what? And I don't even think Nagy minds taking the demotion from head coach all the way down to quarterback coach because he's probably thinking like, man, you know what? I'm getting paid and I don't have to sweat it and nobody's out for my job. All I got to do, and I got a great quarterback that makes me look good. Yeah, I can ride this wave.
Hey, Nagy said he gonna get him a ring.
Yeah. He said, "I'm about to ride this good wave, man, and just sit back and let Bieniemy, do all this, and I'll just be the little QB coach, and life's good. Like I have no qualms, ifs, ands, or buts. I'm good." Yeah, but speaking of Bieniemy, though, I almost think that Bieniemy did himself a disservice going back to KC as their offensive coordinator because I feel like the knock on Bieniemy is he's not calling the plays. Andy Reid's really running the show. Yeah. So I don't think that Bieniemy is getting the just desserts of his hard labor. I would have liked to see him tie on with somebody else, and really get the credit for his play calling because I really feel like him getting a head coaching job kind of depends on that.
Yeah, but also too, keep in mind the relationship between him and Pat Mahomes.
Well, that's true.
It's not good. So I don't think he should have went back as well, especially with the heat between him and Pat Mahomes, and now with them, with it coming out that it was his fault about the timeout situation.
Right.
They went for that touchdown before the half ended. So, I think that hurt his chances to become a head coach. So maybe he say, I'll just stay where, again, better the devil I know than the devil I don't.
Right. And do you think that when Bieniemy was going, because I do believe, do you think Bieniemy, when he was interviewing at these head coaching spots, that must have been like one of the first questions, like, hey, can you explain to us what happened right before the half?
I'm pretty sure because that
had to be a long topic of conversation.
It was such a dumb play because it's like if you don't have any timeouts left, either you tell your quarterback, okay, we go for it. If you don't see anything in the first 2-3 seconds, throw the ball away. We take the field goal. We go to halftime, adding on to the score with 3 points. But the way that they played, you would have thought they did have a timeout. And I think, honestly, that's what Pat Mahomes thought, But he's a veteran quarterback as well. You should know these things. But if I ask my coach, how many timeouts do we have? And you're like, we have one left. I would have went for that play too before halftime. So I think that really hurt Bieniemy's chances. And now I guess he's like, I'll just stay here, try to win another championship, and we'll go from there. But I don't think we'll see Eric Bieniemy being a head coach anytime soon.
Yeah, I don't think so either. And I think it just goes back to that play. And I think he probably had a hard time explaining that play to teams. And I think that probably was one of the issues that worked against him.
Oh yeah, it was like an Archie Bunker. It was like, what are you doing, you dingbat?
Here's my thing on Eric Bieniemy, and I know one of y'all touched on it, saying how the knock on him is that he doesn't really call the plays. He does.
And we were just saying, like, I think there's got to be a certain faction of the plays so that he doesn't call. You know what I mean?
Because the thing is, he calls about 90% of the plays, right? And then there are other times where if Andy Reid wants a specific play ran, then he's the one who would call it, which again only happens about 10% of the time. So it's not like, you know what I mean? It's like Eric Bieniemy is calling the plays. He does it all. But if Andy Reid, if he went in the game planning like, man, there's this specific play I really want to see us run in game, and I want to see how it would look. If he sees a situation where they could use that play, then Andy Reid will call it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's kind of unfair that a lot of people, and I'm not saying you guys are saying this, but I feel bad for Eric Bieniemy because a lot of people say, "Oh yeah, Andy Reid calls the plays," and it's like, well, not necessarily. He calls most of the plays. It's just certain instances where Andy Reid wants to see, he either wants to see a certain play ran, or he sees something different, and then he goes, "All right, look, we're gonna run this instead."
And that's why I think me and Rob were talking about, if he went to a different team and got out from underneath that shadow of them saying that might increase his chances of getting a job, because then people would say, well, he is calling his own plays, and get away from that situation. But
yeah, I mean, yes and no. I just think wherever he goes next, I don't know where he's gonna go. If he ends up leaving Kansas City, his next place he's gonna want to be a head coach. So honestly, I wouldn't leave anywhere until you have the opportunity to be a head coach. Mm-hmm. And again, if I'm Eric Bieniemy, I don't leave Kansas City.
Right.
I mean, me personally, I would stay in Kansas City. Let Andy Reid kind of ride off into the sunset, and then when he does, they're gonna look at you and say, "Hey, you want to take over?" And you're gonna say, "Yeah." Kind of the same thing with what's homeboy's name? Kellen Moore from Dallas.
Yeah.
Don't go nowhere. Just stay. Jerry loves you, right? If Mike McCarthy ends up getting fired, he might, Jerry Jones will be like, "Well, we're gonna go back in house," and then Kellen Moore's gonna have to be number one on that list. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Either that or Dan Quinn.
But with Eric Bieniemy too, the fact that the one thing Andy Reid asked Ryan Poles to do was to give him a chance to interview once he got the Bears GM position, and he didn't even do it. Like, I think that hurt him too, that a new GM who you have a history with wouldn't hire you, wouldn't even give you a chance to interview. So it was like, and then he comes out and said, well, that's because Andy Reid is the play caller. You know what I mean? So that in itself hurt Bieniemy a lot. It, as well as the nincompoop of a play of not realizing you don't have any timeouts left and going for it instead of kicking the field goal.
So not knowing the amount of timeouts would, especially someone on the coaching staff, that would upset a player, correct? And the player would have a reason to be upset, correct?
It would. They would. I would too. I mean, especially if I asked you. If I came to you and we're working together on the field, and I'm like, "Hey, bro," or "Coach, how many timeouts we have?" And you're like, "We got one. Okay, let's run this last play. If we don't get it, we're kicking the field goal. We'll call the timeout, kick the field goal."
LeBron does it. He's the bad guy. That's crazy. There's a quote I got.
It's funny how it always comes back to.
There's a quote I got here, and
GM Brian.
It made me a little. It made me. I don't want to say upset, but it made me chuckle a little bit. Charles Oakley said about Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Okay.
Quote, he'd come off the bench back in the day.
Yeah, but Charles Oakley is senile now.
I'm not gonna go as far as saying senile, but he got some Dennis Rodman tendencies now. Like, right here, and this is where what Giannis are we talking about?
Right, if he's talking about 2013 Giannis.
If he's talking about when Giannis first came in, then he was horrible. He was, you know what I mean? Like, he had no skill set, whatsoever.
At all.
And if you want to say now, I've heard people say Giannis doesn't really have a skill set, which I'll be honest, I kind of agree to an extent.
I mean, his skill is getting to the basket.
But it's the size though. You know what I mean?
But if you look at the way Giannis is built now, he's built for the physicality of the old days. Like, I believe, like, oh my God, I don't even think a lot of like a Bill Laimbeer wouldn't want no problems with Giannis.
I disagree.
He wouldn't want no problems with Giannis.
I disagree.
I don't think
disagree
so.
because again, Giannis is fragile mentally.
No, but Giannis
like
is
if
physical.
you say Giannis, you suck. He goes and he starts like having a mental breakdown on the court. You know what I mean? Like, so,
I still think you're thinking about the old Giannis.
No, this Giannis.
I like the mentality of the new Giannis. I like him.
He does the same thing. You say
and he gets him 40, 50 points.
He starts again. I'm talking about mentally. Now, in terms of their physicality, yeah, he can go on and score. He can score better than what he did before, of course. I'm talking about mentally. You say he sucks, and the guy just starts hyperventilating on the court. Like the dude is just like he look like he about to start crying. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like.
But I don't think he'll be coming off the bench.
Would he?
I don't think he'll be coming off the bench. Not this Giannis.
Because of his size, I don't think so.
No. Like, I honestly, with the way they used to play back in the day,
they would throw him out there.
With this athleticism, like these kids are built differently these days. I think how they used to be built back in the days. Like, I know an 8th grader right now that's jumping out the gym.
Yeah.
Like, it's amazing. Like I
will say this. I do think he doesn't put up the same numbers because I think they'll use him more as like a defensive kind of forward.
Like a Michael Cooper?
Is that what?
Like a Michael Cooper?
To an extent, yeah, kind of. But he'll still get his points. Let's not get it twisted, you know what I mean? But when you see a guy like that freakishly mass, like, pause. But it's like they'll probably just put him at the 4 or the 5 and just pay him solely. Well, not 4 because
no, he's going in at the 4. He's going to be a power forward.
Well, no, because let's be honest,
they're going to put him on like the McHales, and honestly, Kevin McHale would have gave that man work.
I mean, coming off the bench. I mean,
he's not coming off the bench though.
Yeah, I think he's better than just being a bench player.
Come on, man. We talking about a former Finals MVP, former Defensive Player of the Year, former league MVP.
And you know what people have to understand too is the fact that if we're talking about back then and we're talking about now, look, Giannis, if he was born during that time period, his body, everything about him would have elevated to that particular style of play. So you can't really take him where he is now because he's adapted to this style of play. But he put him back there. I think he adapted to that style of play, and I don't think we're having this conversation.
That's a good point.
I mean, but at the same time, this is where I kind of have to disagree because 6'11" is still 6'11".
It is, but it's a lot of bums at 6'11" too.
Yeah.
Right. And again, I understand that. Would Giannis be a bum back then? I don't.
Well, hey, look at it like this. Hakeem Olajuwon was 6'11", and he had basically the same build as Giannis does. The only difference between Giannis and Olajuwon is Olajuwon had an outside jump shot.
Skills.
No. It was just that.
It was skills.
All around skills.
Skills. Feet work. The way he can play the pick and roll.
No, I agree. But well, that's true. Damn. Okay.
You know what I mean? But I do
because it's hard. Like comparing somebody to
that water, that idea.
I mean, you're talking about a great like Kobe Bryant that called this man and said, "Teach me how you did that in the paint."
Like, yeah, that's true.
Like his feet work, like Shaq say, feet work is something different on the King, man. Like he gave Shaq the business.
Let's be honest here. People when I do the same thing you do, Rob. When I talk about
the
Hakeem,
dream,
it's feet work. No, it's footwork.
He has this good finesse. Like he was very finesse type guy.
Phenomenal.
And that dream shake or that fadeaway baseline was ridiculous.
And he could go both ways. He could go both ways.
Yeah.
Like I've never Kobe. He does the same move every single time. When Bron does his fadeaway, it's the same way every time. MJ, same way every time. With Hakeem, it was like, I go left, I go right, I go left. Nah, I'm going to your mom's house. Let's get it. And then he'll
let's go.
Yeah, he would literally go either way, which is why when his back was to the basket, that's why it was so hard to defend him because he literally would go either way. Like you didn't know.
You want to talk about you want to talk about a disrespected player? To me, like he don't get enough love at all.
Yeah.
But Hakeem, dude, like Hakeem, the Princess Amunda. I mean nah, Hakeem, though, man. Like even he taught Kobe like where to feel him at. Like if he's on like right here on this hip, I know where to spin. Like, like that takes a phenomenal skill set to really play the post. That's why a lot of players run from the post in today's league.
There's really no true low post center anymore. I mean,
besides Joel.
Yeah, you're right. Besides Joel,
we need to go down there and get buckets.
But there's not many of them, like you said. But there's not that traditional guy anymore.
No.
It's kind of more of a It's almost like a hybrid of forwards now.
A lot of people, and you know what? I think KG was the trendsetter of that, of the big man playing you face up.
Yes,
like KG used to face you up at that free throw line, and you was at his mercy.
110%, 110%. Like, and for a big dude, like, and I understand, like, as of now, he don't got the handles of a not even Joel, because Joel don't really got that good handle, but of a Jokic, of a Giannis, of like, I get it, but like
Embiid can handle the ball
back then. For a big guy, KG had handles.
Oh no, KG. I'm talking about when he was the kid, not the big ticket. See, people they know the big ticket when he got with the Celtics, but when he was the kid, oh my God!
You can make an argument that he invented the point forward.
Yeah,
you could make that argument.
You can, because, oh my God, he made the Minnesota Timberwolves relevant.
110%. So 2 questions. Real quick, is it too late for John Moran to push his MVP? Just a quick yes.
No, not based off what we saw these last 2 games. I think he just threw his name into the gauntlet.
Like, honestly, I think his name has always been in there.
Listen to this last night. The man had 52 points. He shot 22 of 30 and 4-4 from the 3-point line. He still gave you 7 rebounds. I mean, just a monster. He had 4 turnovers, but you expect that from a point guard. You're going to get at least 3 or 4 turnovers. When you're the one with the ball in your hand.
I was going to say, not even a point guard. When your usage percentage is as high as his.
When you have the ball in your hand, you're going to have some turnovers. But to go for 52 points, did you see the way Jakob Portal got buried? Like, he put that man in the bucket.
This is a true story.
Jakob.
I just happened to stumble on that game, like 2 plays before that, and like the announcers right before it, they're hyping him up. They're hyping up John Moran. And I'm like, I
think he scored 29 in the first half.
I'm like, he must have just done something. You know what I mean? The way they were hyping him up, like, I was like, all right. And then I saw it. I picked up my phone and dialed 911. I almost hit call.
I want to report a body.
I almost. And I stopped myself. I was like, "Hold on, no, I can get it. This is an offense punishable by fine. Like, I'm good." But,
hey, no, what they say on Boys in the Hood? Hey, you want to see a dead body?
Yo, no, I was like that meme. Where is it when the guy's like this, like that, the dude, and he's just like this, like.
Hey.
Like, I was like, I was about to call, because, like, yo, that was just vile.
And I love what he said at the end of the game. He was like, yeah, for people that say I almost dunked him, like he threw shade to all the haters. He was like, yeah, this is for the people that say I'm an almost dunker. Here you go. Look at my body of work. And then did you see the buzzer beater at the end of the second quarter? Like, Steven Adams launched the ball.
Just launched it and catches it in midair.
Out of bounds. He never comes down.
No.
Lets it go all net. Like, Ja is like
it would. You know what it reminded me of, Jay? It reminded me. So remember when Luka Doncic hit that corner 3? Mm-hmm. Okay, imagine that on the other side. It wasn't a 3; it was a little closer.
It was a little closer.
Now imagine if Luka had jumped in the air without the ball, and he's at his peak,
and he catches.
Imagine if at this peak he catches the ball
and let it ride,
and then just boop, real quick. And then lands. That's what John Moran did.
John Moran's athleticism is second to none. Like, the kid is out there.
Oh, I agree.
He's hitting 360 layups. I mean, his spin move now is becoming a real go-to on the fast break. You can't, and people got to remember they're doing all of this, and Dylan Brooks is not there. Like they still got help on the way.
Right.
So when Dylan Brooks gets back, Memphis is a powerhouse in the Western Conference. They're proving.
Yeah, people don't know that they are. Absolutely.
Game by game, it's like Ja's getting better game by game. He's so humble, but he's so confident. And I think that's one of the things that separates people, that separates your stars from the regular people. It's the confidence. It's the confidence to know, I'm going to get the ball, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Like, and his team, you can tell in their unselfish play, like they're like, okay, he's hot. We're gonna feed him the ball. He's hot.
Which is why I'm saying that's why I'm saying that, like, without Ja, this could potentially be a 500 team because they're all and they play like without Ja, it's just ball movement and whatnot. But you know what I mean?
Right. With Ja, you're a title contender. You're a title contender.
With Ja, they're a title contender and they're special with him.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Let's not get it twisted. With Ja elevates them and puts them on a whole nother atmosphere, another level, stratosphere, whatever you want to call it. With Ja Morant, he puts him up there.
I mean, your next highest scorer on that team was DeAnthony Melton with 15 points.
Yeah, because they just kept giving it to Ja.
It's like give Ja the ball. Like that. When you take 30 shots in a game, like you take 30 shots and you shoot 73% from the field.
Why would I stop you?
It's your night.
Right. Like
it's your night.
You dropped 29 in the first half. Why am I stopping you?
It's your night.
Why would I stop you? Yeah, why would I stop you?
You know what? Like watching him play last night, man. And I know Pride hates it, and I have to give it to you, Pride. I'm not gonna go as far as you said about D Rose, like how you talked about him, but I will have to admit, at this stage of his career, Ja Morant is better than what D Rose was.
Thank you. All right, I'll take that.
He's better. Like the way he demands the ball. And he's worked on his jumper, but like in just these few short years, because he can shoot the ball now. I mean, like he hit one from Curry range last night.
He pulled up. It was in the first quarter. He pulled and it was funny because if you watch him, he's staring. He's staring at the spot he wants. He goes, "Oh my mama, I'm shooting it right here." And it's almost as if you could see him having a conversation. It's like, Ja Morant, don't do it, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, his inner Ja with the hoodie. Do it. Bleep.
I think they said that he was the first Memphis player in franchise history to go for 50.
Yep.
And
here's the thing, and he in a super duper efficient 50.
Efficient.
Efficient doesn't even begin to scrape the surface of how efficient he really was. You shoot over 70. Listen, we made a whole hoopla about DeMar DeRozan scoring 30.
Yeah.
Over 50%.
Yeah.
Ja Morant said, hold on, time out. Whoa, hold on.
I'm going to do you one better.
I can score more than 30 and over 50. How much you want to bet? And Ja Morant just did it.
And he's almost averaging 50% throughout the year from the field goal.
It's like
49.8%.
It's like, it's something like that. He's like stupid close.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like you just see the elevation of his play in 3 years, in 3 short years. He has become one of the best players in the NBA. Like, Ja Morant is for real. So, Anthony, to answer your question, it is very realistic for him to be in the MVP discussion and to actually win it all, especially looking at the fact nobody saw Memphis being third place in the Western Conference.
Nope.
Not the Western Conference, as I like to call it. Like the West is still tough from 1 through 6. It's tough.
Yeah.
So, golly, man, Ja Morant, like I was really getting motivated watching that man play last night, man. Like that's when you know somebody's having a great game. You like, and I'm just sitting here wasting my life away. If he's gonna work, I swear I almost pulled out the microphone last night and just did a segment on Ja.
Yeah,
that is tough. Last one. Who would you compare Ja Morant to? Kobe, MJ, or AI? This is just me. If I got to compare his style of play, I think it's close to AI. Of all three, I think it's closer to AI.
I don't think you can compare him to neither one of those guys. His style of play
I'm talking about
so,
the style of play.
It's just so, and I can't really say AI because AI was a cocky son of a gun.
No, I'm talking about the style of play. I ain't talking about the personality. I'm talking about the style of play.
They all were cocky, like Mike, AI, Kobe.
They all had that cockiness about them.
But you know what though, and this is what I tell a lot of people, because a lot of people used to hate Floyd Mayweather, you know what I'm saying, and things like that. And I say, when you're in that position, in this type of, atmosphere, you might call it cocky, but to them, it's just flat out. I have to step in here knowing I'm the best. The moment I lose any confidence in me and I start having doubt, I lost the fight. Like Floyd used to walk into the ring and he will make you so mad that you just want to hit him. And he's laughing at you because you can't. You know what I'm saying? Like it got to the point that people would pay money
got knocked out by
to see
my
that.
My bad. I'm immature.
What, you say he got knocked out?
Nah, I ain't saying nothing.
No, Floyd. The only person that almost knocked him out was Shane Mosley. Like, oh my god, like
Shane Mosley, Zab Judah.
He gave Zab the business.
Tell the full story, Rob. Come on. I get Floyd your boy, but tell the full story.
The full story was Floyd won at the end of the day. He was undefeated.
You're right.
But
The only thing I didn't like about Floyd is, I guess, if I'm a guy and I'm going to pay money to see a boxing match, and I'm watching this boxing match, and all I'm seeing is a bunch of running around, and I get it strategic, I get it strategy, but if I'm paying all that money and I'm getting bored watching this, I got bored watching Floyd.
I'd rather get facts. That's just me.
Look. Then guess what? Shame on you, because who purchased the next pay-per-view fight? You did.
I didn't. Buffalo Wild Wings did, and I just went there and watched.
It got to the point that people will purchase to see, is tonight the night he's gonna. I remember when he fought Canelo, and oh my god, this even I was a little nervous for Floyd. I'm like, yeah, because if Canelo touches that man, it's over with. And Floyd took that young boy to school. He took him to school.
I call it running.
He didn't run from Canelo.
As I was saying,
he didn't run from Canelo. Did you see Canelo's face at the end of that fight?
My man had one mouth. My man had one mouth. Canelo. My man had one mouth.
Even Canelo said, like, man, hey, Muhammad Ali said it best. The hands can't hit what the eyes can't see. You call it running, I call it using the ring. But anyway, to make my point, you got to have that type of confidence, you know what I'm saying, if you're in that type of position. So Kobe, Mike, AI had to tell themselves that they were the best. I think Ja is getting there. I don't think he's quite there yet. Sometimes I think you can kind of see.
Anthony, they're scared to answer your question, Anthony. They're scared to answer your question. In terms of the answer,
I say
AI. I say AI.
It's not AI, though.
They're scared.
It's Derrick Rose.
Shivering in their timbers.
More Derrick Rose, man, with the way he plays. He does, man. He's a better Derrick Rose, but in that style that he plays with the floaters and everything, you can't say he don't remind you of Derrick Rose. Who made floaters famous in the NBA? That one-hand floater, man, Rose used to kill people with that. Look, hey, you know what, Pryor? You better put some respect on Rose's name. You better put some respect on Derrick Rose. The kid from Inglewood who made it. You know what happens to kids out here in Chicago that's from Inglewood? It's not a good rate that they make it.
That's fine. That's fine.
That's how I feel about the Celtics. Do it again.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Guess what? Not a single soul overrating the Celtics.
You say what?
Not a single soul overrating the Celtics.
Nah, I hope not.
Nah.
But I am with Rob, man. I think Morant's style is just a lot different than those three that were mentioned. I can see the D Rose. I can see the D Rose.
They're scared. They're shivering in their boots to answer the question.
Well, I don't, because I don't see greatest of all time like
you're not. No. Style of play.
He don't play like neither one of those guys.
Who does he resemble the closest to of those three? AI.
Derrick Rose.
See, Anthony, they're scared to answer the question.
He doesn't play anything like AI. AI had a way better jumper. Dude.
They're concerned.
AI had a jumper.
I don't want to be wrong. I don't want to be wrong.
It's not AI.
I don't think it's AI either. I think AI had a different style of play. I think than
if anything, he plays like 85, 86 Jordan, using that athleticism.
Well, at least we got a response from Rob. It's a cheap one. It's
85, 86 Jordan.
Thank you. Why?
First of all, man, y'all gotta stop hating on Derrick Rose.
They do, man. There's a lot of hate on D Rose.
Damn.
There's no hate. I'm not gonna sit here and waste my time.
Nobody ever said Derrick Rose was the greatest player to ever play in the game.
He can't be the greatest because his knees can't stand up.
It is not easy to become the MVP of the league. Whether you think he earned the award or not, he was still voted as MVP.
So one
he
MVP
still made his team number one in the Eastern Conference.
One MVP makes you
that's great. Over a Miami Heat team that had your GOAT, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh. He still took that team to the brinks of elimination.
And they lost
in that playoff.
Hold on, no
matter. It was Derrick Rose versus the world.
This is what I'm talking about.
It was Derrick Rose versus the world.
This is what I'm talking about.
If LeBron James was the only superstar on that team, but he was not.
When I said that Devin Booker went undefeated in the bubble, you said, what did it bring them? What did it bring them, right? So you're saying, oh, yeah.
Did Devin Booker have to play a Miami Heat with LeBron and Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh on it?
Did he make it through?
Did he have to play that team?
No, right? Come on, stop playing.
Did Devin Booker have to play a Miami Heat with Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh,
stop playing,
and LeBron James on there?
And if Devin Booker was on that team, who knows what would have happened? I
bet you they wouldn't have been number one in Chicago.
I don't know.
Devin Booker with Derrick Rose, the Bulls are not number one in the Eastern Conference. And Devin Booker damn sure ain't winning no MVP.
I beg to differ.
He damn sure ain't winning no MVP.
I beg to differ.
That boy Derrick Rose got on TV and say, "Why can't I be MVP?" And went out the
because you're not good enough to be MVP.
And got it.
That's why.
And got it.
You're not good enough to be MVP.
Hey,
nobody wanted to vote for LeBron.
After he made that statement, who was MVP of the league?
That's all.
You better put some respect on Derrick Rose, man.
I know.
Had that man not had no knee injuries, the Bulls would have won the ring.
Okay, whoop-de-doo. And guess what? If Kyrie and Kevin Love didn't go down, guess what? LeBron would have had another ring. But guess what? We don't give it to him. We don't give it to him because we don't know. We don't give it to him. So I don't care. I don't care if you say if was a fifth, everyone would be drunk.
And I would have been drunk in Chicago celebrating. Hey, look, Pride. And I would have been drunk in Chicago celebrating my F ring with Derrick Rose.
Yeah. Ready here for the part. Derrick Rose, he ain't gonna get a ring. He never. And I've said this before, and I've always gotten hate for this. I said Derrick Rose before his MVP season. I said he was never gonna win a ring.
Well, you know what?
I said it, and I was crucified for it.
I'm gonna make my call to because I am a Golden State Warriors fan. I'm gonna call Steve Kerr up because of our Chicago connection, and I'm gonna ask him to bring Derrick Rose over there as a backup. Let Derrick Rose get that ring.
So first and foremost, I thought you were a Chicago fan.
I don't know. I'm a Bulls fan and I'm a Steph Curry fan.
But you just said you're a Golden State fan.
I'm gonna call.
He got caught. Look, he's stuttering.
No. I'm gonna be a Golden State.
Hey, all I know is I'm hearing hints of Freddie right now. I'm hearing hints of Freddie. Are you like a?
Hey, if Steph Curry goes to Charlotte, guess who just became a Charlotte fan? If Steph Curry goes to Washington, guess who just became a Washington fan? Yes, I have a favorite player.
Freddie.
Yes, I do. No, because I've always I've played this since I've been on the show. Look at the shirt I'm wearing. This man was my favorite player until he retired, and I'm talking about before he passed. And once Kobe retired, you can ask anybody that know me. I said when Kobe retired, Steph Curry became my new favorite player. I've been riding with Steph for a very long time.
Let him know, and thank you. And by the way, Rob,
you tried to come at me and Jay in the same sentence, Anthony. Who's your team, Anthony?
And I'm gonna defend him.
Who's your team,
Anthony? Don't no, Anthony.
Who's your team, Anthony?
No, he doesn't deserve.
Because I bet you they're trash.
I have a feeling. They are.
Stop playing. Matter of fact, I'm like Ron now. I'm with Ron right now, bro. Yo, Chicago Bulls first round exit.
You say what?
Chicago Bulls first round exit.
They might. Okay.
Stop playing.
All I know is my favorite player gonna be holding the ring at the end of the year anyway.
Oh man, he put on there. Anthony Price put on their Wizards. Freaking Wizards.
Hey, Pride tried to save you, bro.
The freaking Wizards.
What place are the Wizards in again?
God.
Oh, it doesn't matter where the Wizards are.
All right,
Wizards are who we thought they were.
All right, go ahead, Rob. Take that one. You got it. Go
the Wizards.
You got it.
The freaking Wizards.
I know, right? I thought he was gonna come out and say maybe the Philly, you know. Hey, but you know what, bro? You a real one for riding with your team. You a real one for saying that out loud, Anthony. I'll give you that. He's a real one. He gonna ride with his squad.
Man.
You know, and again, loyalty. You know what, Ant? I'm defending you.
Right. I gotta give him props for that. Ant, you got my respect.
You're not like somebody on this panel who claimed there's a Houston fan and all of a sudden went to the Mavericks when they got successful.
Wait a minute. I know you're not talking about me.
Hold on.
I know you're not talking about me. You better put some respect on. I was never a Dallas fan. Never not once in my life. No, you put some respect on that. You put some respect on it right now, you New York Knickerbocker.
You heard what Birdman said.
Sir, let me finish. Hold on, sir. Let me finish.
No, the way you started out does not deserve a finish. No, hell no. You know, you probably you're not gonna do
I
me
know
like
you
that,
guys
man.
love this show, baby. We give it to you real raw.
No, you know what? Hell no. Probably not doing me like that.
Did you book Lord Jesus? Oh Lord Jesus!
Hold on, real quick. What did I do wrong? I do
because you called me a Dallas fan. I've never in 50 years of life. 50 years. 50.
But here's my question: did I say Jay?
You said Houston and Dallas in the same sentence. I know you're not talking to Rob.
So are you the only Houston fan?
I know. Who is there another Houston fan that I don't know about?
He's the only Houston fan on this panel.
I'm talking about in the world. Listen, Jay, I'm gonna tell you this. Jay, if I step on your foot, don't scream because then no one will know it hurt. You feel me? It's all good. It's all good. If you run out of juice, don't say you thirsty because then you know what I mean? You good. You good. Look, this is all I'm gonna say. Anthony, I respect you being loyal. Some people in this world, I now got to start from the beginning because I was cut off. First, someone I was just being
Pride is such an A-double-S hole.
But you know, there's some people who say they're Houston fans and Houston stumbles on hard times, and then they go to Dallas because you know the Mavs are good. Other people claim they're Chicago Bulls fans, and then they have teams in Golden State, and they're Lakers fans, and all this stuff. You know what I mean? Like. Being loyal.
Okay, so let me tell you this, Pride. If LeBron goes against Boston, who are you going for?
You said what?
If LeBron goes against the Celtics, who are you going for?
I'm answer that question in a minute. Just let me finish my point right now.
Go ahead, finish your soliloquy.
You and I, we both loyal to our teams. You feel me? We loyal to our team. And that's why I knew I liked you. There's something about you, girl. Like there was something about you, bro. And you know what it is? You loyal. Now, you know, again, some people don't know what that means. That you know they just jump ship when things get a little shaky, baby. You feel me?
Shaky, baby.
But you know, Ant, I knew I liked you for a reason. Now to answer your question, Rob, you said if LeBron would be playing the Celtics, who am I going for?
Yeah,
the Celtics without a shadow of a doubt. Every single time. Every single time. My favorite team is the Celtics.
Your favorite player though is LeBron.
LeBron James is my favorite player.
So you know how I look at that situation?
What?
It's a win-win situation for me.
No.
If Golden State go against, if Steph Curry goes against the Bulls, and either team wins,
you want to know what difference is? You want to know what the difference is? You want to know what the difference is, though?
What's that?
You said you were a Golden State fan.
No, I'm a Steph Curry fan.
No, you said
if Steph Curry leaves Golden State today, I'm no longer riding with Golden State, bro.
And Jay, this is what he said. This is exactly what he said. I'm gonna call up Steve Kerr because you know I'm a Golden State fan. That's what he said.
But you. Look, man.
Pride. You know what, Pride? When you said Houston went to Dallas, I said F you and stopped paying attention to you. So shut your freaking mouth.
But Jay, but why? But why?
No, because listen, we're not stupid. We know you're against it towards me and Big Shot Rob. Come on.
Are you telling me that you left the Houston Rockets to be a fan of
no, I'm not saying that at all. I've never said that. But you are basically saying it to me.
But if you never said it, why would you take offense to it?
Because you're obvious. Okay, why? Okay, you talked about Chicago and Golden State, and we clearly heard Rob 2 Cents talk about that.
Correct.
Then you're going to talk about Dallas and Houston. Well, who's a Houston fan? So who the hell are you talking about? Listen, you know what, man? Let me tell you something.
You know what they say about assumptions? They make an ass out of you and me. All right.
He always was an asshole. He always was an asshole.
Rob and Freddie must be best friends. Listen, birds of a feather flock together, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Him and Rob and Freddie be doing the same thing. They be doing the same thing.
First of all, I've always said I was a Steph Curry fan, and I ain't afraid to admit that. That's my favorite player.
You're a Golden State fan.
No, I'm a Steph Curry fan. Because if Steph Curry leaves Golden State, I no longer cheer for Golden State.
We got you. We got you at 4K, homie.
I'm just being real, bro.
But Rob, you should never cheer for Golden State. You can cheer for Seth Curry. Like, oh my God, did you see that game Seth Curry had last night? Without saying I cheer for Golden State.
Exactly. That's how I am for LeBron. Like I'm like, yo, Bron, he played great.
Hey,
but if they win or lose, don't matter to me.
Dub Nation.
See, he'll go to State fan. He'll go to State fan. You want to know what he's doing?
You want to know what he's doing? Then I'll be a hornet.
See, and
wherever
bandwagon. He a bandwagon.
Wherever Steph Curry goes, I go.
He in a real fan. See,
I don't care what I say. Steph Curry is my favorite player. He makes it look Stefferless.
You know what? Literally, I think I believe that Rob. I believe Rob and Freddie are brothers.
I came in telling y'all the truth. Steph Curry's my favorite player, and I'm not afraid to admit that.
So are you a Golden State fan?
No. If Steph Curry leaves Golden State, then I'm not going to cheer for Golden State. So how does that make me a Golden State fan?
But you know what? That's the same excuse that Freddie gave. Rob, that's the same excuse Freddie gave about Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers, and we heard him say "we" a couple of times. So you're basically giving us the same argument, just a different team.
Hey, Brian, you didn't say nothing when I told you Tom Brady was my favorite player in football.
And you want to know why? But you want to know why? I'm gonna tell you why. Because you think you got me, but that's adorable. Because you don't got me. I'm gonna tell you why. Because you said Tom Brady's my favorite player. You never said I'm a New England Patriot fan. You never say I'm a
because he left the Patriots fan. When he was on New England, guess what? On my Facebook post, it was #Pats. Let's go win. When he left the New England Patriots, guess what my new hashtag was? #Bucks. Let's go. No, it's not bandwagon. It's me following my favorite player.
Yes, claiming his team and his victories. Yes, that means you're a bandwagon.
I'm going to always go with my favorite player. You can't stop me from that.
This has been another episode.
My hometown team. Hey, look, my hometown team is always going to be my team. That's the difference. If Steph Curry goes to Washington Wizards, I'm a Wizards fan. I don't care who comes on and off the Chicago Bulls. I'm always going to cheer for the Bulls. That's the difference, bro.
No.
I could be a fan of a team and a fan of a player.
No, but then calling that is the equivalent of me saying, "Oh yeah, by the way, I'm a Lakers fan."
But you're gonna cheer for the Lakers if they win because of your boy LeBron.
No, I'm not.
When LeBron won the finals in the bubble, you didn't cheer for the Lakers, bro?
No,
yes, you did.
I've been consistent with it. I was like, "Yo, congrats to Bron, bro. I'm glad Bron was able to get his ring. Good looks on him." That's it.
Nah, you was like, you pull out your LA jersey.
No. And matter of fact, the only
you got an LA jersey in there.
That's a lie and a half. Don't slander my good name. All right, don't slander my good name.
Didn't you still cheer for Tom Brady even though he left?
God, could you imagine if a Celtics fan had a Lakers jersey? Do you know how bad that would be?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you couldn't show your face.
Celtics, anything.
That rivalry, you couldn't show your face.
No, I would never in my life. I remember one time I had these purple shorts that I liked because they were purple and black, but they were like the shorts you could flip inside out. So the inside, when I first saw them, it was all black, and then like where it's like to the side of your knees, it was purple, and I liked them. So I bought them, and then like after I bought them, like a couple weeks after that, I realized they were like you could flip them inside out. So I did the purple one. I was like, oh, these look nice. I wore them. Someone thought I was a Lakers fan. Like one of my boys got mad at me. He was like, "Oh, you a business?" I was like, "What are you talking about?"
Oh yeah,
like,
you can't do that. Not with that history. See, I think it's a little different for you, Pride. Because yeah, I get it now. You can never cheer for the Lakers, no matter. no matter how.
Even when LeBron came 3-1 when he was in Cleveland, I never said congrats to Cleveland ever. Well, I was like, oh yeah, cool, congrats to but I never cheered for it, and I never in my life try to act like, oh yeah, bro, we did no.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. Hey, well, I won't lie because I'm different. Because when Kobe was in LA, when he played and they won, I was up there screaming, "I love LA." I didn't care.
So how about
I used to love hearing that song. For Kobe, man.
What about 08 when he took a flaming hot L?
Oh man, I was hurt.
Yeah,
I hated Boston. I hated Boston.
We hate you too.
Just as much as as much as Kobe hated him, I hated him, and I love the big three. That's what sucked.
No, you hate us. You hate us, right? Go ahead.
I did. Oh, I hated y'all. That's what made it so sweet in 2010.
Hey,
that's
man.
what made it so sweet. I probably cried with Kobe, man.
So can I ask you a question? So how do you feel in 2011 then?
Oh man, I was hurt.
I knew that was hurt when he got swept.
That was the right on the when he lost to Dallas. Yeah.
Yeah, when he got swept.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool story. Okay.
I tried to make it feel better too, because I was like, well, at least they're the world champs. If you're gonna get swept by anybody, you got swept by the world champs after the number they did on LeBron and the Heat. True story. Hey, but guess what though?
What?
Steph Curry will be your Finals MVP. You heard it first.
I promise you he won't.
Rob 2 cents.
I promise you he'll find another way to choke it. I promise you he'll find.
Ladies and gentlemen, he makes it look Steph-less.
Listen, bro. If you don't get
Steph-tacular,
bro,
he's
what?
He's Steph-tacular.
Bro, my guy's a Steph TD. Get him out of here, bro. Get him out of here. Get out of here.
Hey, you's a hater, Pride. I see whoever is good. You like, no, I don't like that.
Not even because Bron. I love Bron.
You love Bron. Everybody
Jokic,
loves Bron. All you Bron fanboys.
Luka, Dame. Who else? Name me some other players. I'll tell you who else I don't.
Oh, here's a hot take before we leave.
Oh, I'm with it.
Do you think Dame should have been top 75?
That's a good one. I think so.
I'm not mad about him being top 75.
I don't think he should have been up there, bro.
You don't think so?
I do get why people are mad about it.
I don't think he should have been up there. If you look at the players that were not on that list, and then you see Dame up there, and Dame is a dog. Like Dame is a monster, but
right. But we also
ain't top 75 monster.
Hold on, but here's the thing. We also need to remember and put this in consideration. The same people who are saying he doesn't deserve to be up there, the same people who are saying, "Oh my God, why is he there?" are the same people who are screaming he's been underrated his entire career.
He has in today's NBA. But you can't take him and throw him on a platform like that.
For consistency's sake. That's all I'm saying, bro. For consistency's sake.
Look.
That's all I'm saying.
Look at my cup in my hand when I say
But again, listen, I get why people are mad he's there. Don't get it twisted. I get why. But all right, man. Let's wrap it up because
let's wrap it up. Hey. I think though. This has been a great time, man. Like, this probably had to be like the 3 most energy people on ASAP in the morning.
Yeah, bro.
And you put us together. It was like, holy snap, what they gonna talk about?
I want you to try to go to the evolution of being normal to being really super pissed off back to being normal again. Because the evolution is like it literally happens so fast that it happens within a blink.
Hey, we're gonna make Pride an NFT and call it Pride's Emotions.
Yeah, but this is better the episode of ASAP in the morning. We'll be back here in the morning, 10 Eastern, 9 Central. Until then, on behalf of Jay and Freddie 2.0.
Happy birthday, Grandma!
Happy birthday, Grandma!
Happy birthday, Grandma Rob. Happy birthday,
Grandma Rob!
Until then, y'all know what to do. Be safe.
We go.
All sports, all plays. Yeah. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making a plays. We talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.